I stopped in one of your streams for like 3 seconds.
I saw that.
Right as I typed the message, you like ran away. So I was like, oh. Yeah, I said hi.
Did you beat that fight?
Yeah, I did. I beat Sans.
Yeah.
It took a long time. I gave up at the very end, and then I was like, okay, if I don't beat it this time, I'm just gonna end streaming right now. And I lost, so I just ended. But then it's like, one more, start streaming, and that's what I got. So
You're feeling it and you did it?
yeah, I'm glad I did.
I'm proud of you. Good for you. Are you going to finish your run?
My run?
Are you doing is that the end of the game?
Yeah, that's the end of the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
anything.
It's like you beat him, and then it's just like a bunch of text, and then you one-hit a bunch of other bosses and stuff. But yeah, so stories.
I'm Nick. I'm Nick.
Which number?
Alex
I'm number
is
2.
82, I think. I didn't post 81 yet, but I will.
Yeah, because we don't have like any videos, so like it's just like all podcasts for the past little while.
Well, now we got some Yu-Gi-Oh videos. It's gonna be great.
Cream and a crap.
Who are you?
Jim
Jim
Jam.
Jam.
Maddie's over there on the computer making a Yu-Gi-Oh card deck to beat me with. Who are you?
I'm Jam Jim.
Jam Jim and Jim Jam on the same day. I'm from
Jim Jam, not Jim Jam.
I'm still Jam Jim.
Jam.
Yeah, not everything's about you, Jim
Yeah.
Jam.
Change it. Just because I'm Nick doesn't mean this is
Well, so
Nick.
Robin's not here to defend himself, so now we can tell about the things he did at the
Oh, we're just
party.
gonna rip on him.
Yeah.
Horrible
Because he showed up halfway through, and he was really drunk when he showed up. Cause
Well,
he was
let's
at
start
a
at the beginning of the
hockey
party.
game, right?
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay, what happened at the beginning?
What happened before?
I don't remember. Luke made very good punch.
I didn't
Luke
make
made
it. I
it.
mean, there was a mix. It was nice.
It was very
He
nice.
did make it.
Well, I don't know how much credit you're gonna get for making me by combining two
Yeah,
ingredients
you
in a
just
bowl and doing
combined
nothing.
the ingredients. You know, if you bake a cake, it's really the ingredients that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't do
really
any
do
mixing,
anything.
measuring.
Don't
I
be
literally
so
put
humble, okay?
A bottle of rum and a bottle of
Luke,
juice.
the whole
and that
it was a success only because
A
of
little
you.
bit of spice. Oh, it was good.
Oh, I guess the cut of the
The
fruit
flavor.
probably
Yeah, see,
was
I want to
some-
know what you did with the evening, though, because I felt like I definitely lost touch with you after a certain point. We
They
did
had
some
a
beer
fight.
pong,
Yeah,
but
they
then
had
you
a
were like
falling
playing with
out.
PS2 stuff, but at that point I was taking shots upstairs. I was waiting for pizza. I really hurt my toe. It's finally better as of like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
And
that was- I don't. Do you even know what happened to it?
I had just some sort of bone problem.
You just like what? How did you?
You know, it's
You
like, I don't
know.
want to be like, oh,
How
it's
did
broke,
you
but it
stub
was.
it though?
How did I stop it?
Stub.
Oh, I was
it off.
standing on stairs, and then my only stood on the toe, and that toe was like, I wasn't happy. So I sat down and waited for the
This
pizza
is
guy.
after a
after
couple
that.
drinks, yeah?
Yeah, it was after a couple drinks.
Oh well, I mean, I don't really know why. I didn't do we played a lot of. We played beer pong. We played other games. I guess we only played codenames at the beginning. I think I spent way longer than I realistically should have trying to get my
I think
emulator
you probably
games
did.
working. But I was really excited about them. So I was very one track mind. Like I want to set up these emulator games. I want to play some downhill domination. I want to play some no fear downhill motor cycling. It's not motorbike cycling.
Motorbike cycling.
It's just regular bike cycling. But I
Well,
forget what the full title is. It's
At
long.
what point did you fall asleep and also go home?
Well, that was way later.
Yeah, but I don't know when that happened, because
It was
I
okay.
was sitting down here, and I was like, sitting on the couch, like, well, I'm pretty drunk. I'm just gonna sit
It was
here.
one
And
issue.
then I guess I fell over and was like sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
And then
It was
this
after
guy,
that.
this guy,
And
Robin were
And
like,
Connor, I
let's
think,
hug
too.
him,
Yeah, that's all
which
I'll
means
go.
sitting on me.
Yeah.
So they sat on
Lying.
me.
I was here for that.
Yeah,
I was
he was
over
on
here.
that couch.
Yeah, okay, because all I remember is keeping my eyes closed and hoping they would get off.
No.
I did.
Oh, we got off.
They
We
got
off.
off. They
We
got off, yeah.
yeah.
But then after that, I was like, okay, I need to find a safe place. So I ran upstairs and
Yeah.
I went to my room. And that's where I puked for the first time ever after drinking.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I mean, Luke hasn't heard anything about this yet, but so I was like, I should get something to puke in. So on my way up, I grabbed a.
Oh, yeah.
No, I thought you just wanted water to drink.
No, I grabbed a beer pong cup that had water in it. I didn't want water, although maybe I don't know. I was thinking a lot of things.
There's a couple
My brain was
instincts.
going
There's
fast.
a couple instincts.
Yeah,
going.
but I was like, okay, I'm gonna puke in this cup, solo cup, and so I was like, I need to get the water out. But Victoria was in the washroom, and so I was like, I can't pour that out. So I poured it into the washing machine because it was empty, and that's where water does go at some point. So
Yeah.
it worked. It was good thinking. And then I ran to my room and puked in the cup. And
Then did you later
We
you're like,
talked
I need
to
a
him
drink,
later.
and
We
then
talked
well,
to him later.
then later they came to the room and all jumped on me.
Oh,
They
no.
wanted to hug him again. They wanted to hug me again.
Yeah.
I thought I was safe.
And so we lay on top of him. He was like, "Don't kick the cup. It's got puke in it."
We're like, oh yeah, we're good.
I'm glad you didn't puke like too much to fill up the cup.
Yeah, no, it was like right the
surprised.
right amount. Although at one point, like I guess a couple hours later, I woke up feeling like I needed to puke, and I crawled over to my humidifier, took the cap off, but didn't. I didn't end up puking.
Thank God.
But
He turned it on.
That house would have smelled horrible.
But I could have, but I ended up not. But I'm actually, that sounds bad, but I'm proud of that because it was like, dude, that's quick thinking. I was
Yeah.
stumbling. I was like, humidifier.
It's true.
It was the
It's true.
only place to store it. So
Maddie, did you build the perfect deck?
I built an okay deck.
So it's a
gonna be
patio.
more. It's gonna have more synergy than your guys' deck.
Oh,
Our
synergy.
deck was all synergy.
Damn.
Your deck was garbage.
It was
No,
Celtic Guardian,
Celtic
on
Guardian-
Celtic
Celtic
Guardian.
their
Guardian.
decks was
Celtic
synergy.
Guardian.
You just didn't believe in the heart of
Yeah.
the cards.
Yep.
No, or the
Matt.
The Celts.
Yeah.
The good old days.
The only time I had a good time was when I stole one of Alex's cards.
That's true.
And you
The
had
only
to,
time my
like,
deck
You summoned
worked
wrong.
was when I had
That's a
to.
good
You got
time.
fucking Slifer
You
the Sky Dragon out on him. That was a good ass time. You just didn't realize that he also had Mirror Force.
I got Guardian of Ra. Or the
Same thing.
Wait,
Big-
wasn't it?
big
Slifer,
win.
Slifer got banished.
Oh,
Got
I see.
banished.
Because
Oh,
I
okay.
tried to use your fucking Toon Kingdom
Kill
bullshit.
boys.
Which wasn't good. For that reason.
But yeah, it was a fun time.
Wait,
You
the night.
No,
yeah, I think beer pong got really
Regular
intense.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like after I was in my room, all I could do was hear, and I just heard a lot of crazy shit.
Well,
Like, we got decent-
Mostly with
yeah.
these
Yeah,
two plus
I mean,
Robin.
Even earlier, when like if you had Alex's Snapchat, you saw pictures of me all bloodied up.
Oh, yeah,
because, the ball was rolling back, so I went to grab it, so Robin didn't get another shot, and he was like, "Oh no, I want this ping pong ball." So he
Yeah.
started like wrestling me for it.
And then your girlfriend was in there too, and then all of a sudden his nose started bleeding everywhere.
Robin
remember
fucking
that.
like
Yeah.
elbowed her and shouldered me in
Oh
the nose
shit!
somehow.
Oh.
And I felt it coming, but he's sitting on my back, and I have the ping pong ball in my hand, and he's leaning over top
yeah,
of me.
and I have his legs in my hands. I'm trying to
I was
drag
like,
him off of him.
Robin, my nose is bleeding. You have to get off of me. Like I'm gonna bleed everywhere.
He's like,
I didn't
"No."
realize. So then there's just outside on.
He showed up. Oh,
patio,
dude,
there's
we
blood
forgot
everywhere,
to talk
man.
about Robin announcing the lineup in the car on the way home.
Oh yeah.
That was really. So we showed up to get Robin, and I had been drinking at this point. And Alex hadn't been drinking at all. So we went to go get Robin from Century Park, and he had just came from a university hockey game where like the team had like won the game 7-1. So he was like drinking the whole night, and he had all these like he was fucked up. So he gets in the car, and then he starts announcing to us the lineup of the team that night. And this is like takes 20 minutes of him just like listing players off, but like in motion, like number 7, you know who we got? And we're like, who we got, Robin? And he's like Jordan L. Sphincter or something like that, like some weird name. And then there's a Sphincter brother on the other side of the defensive pairings, but they're not friends; they're just brothers. So and then he put all these backstories in the characters. So then we get here. He's already fucked up. He gets here. We're taking shots, and then yeah, that's when intense beer pong started, and that was fun.
Yeah,
Fun.
Robin broke a desk. on the
That
board.
was the
Yeah.
funniest
Yeah,
fucking
it was
like.
really funny.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard about this. Have you guys heard? Have I told any of you guys about Robin's trick shot?
I think I vaguely have heard about
Okay,
it.
so Robin was pretty fucked up, and the ball. It was me and Alex just versus him because he was trying to like earn his respect because we were pretty dominant that night in terms of beer pong. So
Well, I
Robin
don't
was
think
trying.
anybody else wanted to play at that point.
Yeah,
Like,
because
everyone was just kind of
yeah,
gone.
except Robin. Robin wanted to play real bad, so he played by himself. So, a trick shot rolls back to him, and he's like, "Boys, I'm gonna headshot this ball. Right, I'm gonna head bump it, right? Headbutt it." And we're like, "What?" And then so he like crouches over on like the ground, and he goes like this, and he's like going like this, like he's gonna headbutt the ball, right? So but when he leaps to headbutt it, both his legs give out, so like they slip on the ground, right? So he leaps, but he leaps doesn't even hit the ball, like goes like so he leaps, his legs kick back, break the desk, break the whole fucking desk, and then he just face plants. We were like, it was amazing because it was so sudden. He's like, here we go, kick, face plant. Oh, it was chaotic.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
He brought a lot of energy.
he
For
did.
sure.
He brought the energy. He also brought the synergy.
And then he had to work at 8 in the morning, so he had to
Yeah.
get up at like
Yeah, that's
7.
crazy. He must
to
have been
drive
like so
across the
drunk
city.
at work
Oh, it was
then.
the worst.
I was because I just couldn't sleep for hours, so all I could do was listen. But Robin was very much like Like you were sick and throwing up. And
Oh,
stuff,
I was.
and he was
that's
like,
just what I do.
he was like, throw up one more, and then we'll go play beer pong. Okay? You got it.
Robin,
You got it.
Robin through the night. Okay, what happened was I beat Robin in a 1v1 beer pong match, and I was like, you can't play me again until you beat him at a bunch of things. So the whole night, he's trying to convince Alex to play him in whatever like tournament or game they can find. Alex like keeps kicking his ass, but in terms of like, so like Robin just like when he was in the washer, Robin like laid down on top of you and was like, let's just go play one more, just puke one more time, like, one more time.
I don't remember that at
Yeah,
all.
that was good. He lied down and then you're down here. Yeah, there's a lot of lying down. It's good. Fun night. It's good. I don't know about other.
What other
points
things did Robin like challenge him to?
There was some video games. Was it Rocket League? No.
Bubble Trouble?
Bubble Trouble was one of them. Bubble Trouble. Yeah, no, what's Bubble Trouble? I don't know if you remember.
I remember
that.
when I woke up, you guys were playing. Someone was playing Bubble Trouble.
Yeah, that might have been.
I don't know. If we had the downhill biking games, I think Robin could have dominated those. He could have had some downhill domination going on
Downhill domination.
next time.
Should've
The
done
one
real
thing we were
downhill
lacking
domination.
was bicycle
Got
themed
bikes and
games
got
for PS1 and
downhill.
PS2.
That's true.
Next
That
time.
was a fun night though. I
Was
liked it.
did Rory still have Smash down here?
Yeah, he had Smash for a while.
When
for
Adam
sure.
showed up, we were playing it, and then I just kind of left, and I have no idea. If
I
you
didn't
guys
see
kept
Adam
playing
at
or
all.
what.
I
saw
thought
him
you
for,
saw. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I know I saw him for at least 5 minutes. So
Yeah,
that counts.
I was about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, he showed up kind of late, and then
Well, I mean, I would have seen him more if I didn't immediately die. So
Oh, Robin also poured on the. You guys are playing that game where the balls where they go up and down. You have the line.
Bubble Trouble.
Bubble Trouble. That's when he spilled the drink everywhere on the keyboard.
yeah, I noticed everything's so sticky.
And then
I've been finding
Boy Shark
sticky
like ran and
spots.
went to go get paper towels because like
There's been sticky spots like everywhere. Like that whole room up there was just so sticky. I'd be like, okay, I think I got all the spots. La la la, like
Sticky.
oh, sticky, fuck. Well, that's why we have to have another one maybe next weekend because it's my birthday. So,
oh, is it?
well, not on the weekend, but this week.
Oh shit!
So
Because it's like it's Connor's birthday 2 weeks from now, I think.
then this week, next weekend, and the weekend after then.
Long weekend. The long weekend.
Yeah,
Is
that
it good?
too. We'll have
Is
a
that-
really long weekend.
Is there a long weekend coming up?
Yeah, Easter Monday and
Good
Oh,
Friday.
shit, yeah.
Good Friday. Yeah.
Did anything happen at your Panchas show
A
while
lot
we
happened.
were all drunk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
missed
anything
you.
like cool.
I rapped. That was cool.
That's pretty.
Probably was the coolest part of the night.
No, I had a good time. It was fun. And then we went out to White afterwards. And then I came back. And usually I crashed at Jackson's place, but he had like locked his doors. So I was very upset. Like no, he didn't really lock.
He knew you were
I
coming.
still got into the house, but he didn't lock the outside door. He locked
You have
like
to,
the
like,
door
break
to
the
the
window.
basement that I normally sleep in. So I just went into his room and stole his phone charger and went across the street. And Cole let me stay at Panch House, and I just crashed on the couch.
Hmm.
But I had a really good time going out with like Sean and John and like the boys.
Were they rappers too? Were
The
they
big
rappers?
boys.
John is
John-
John's a rapper. He's really dope.
Is John Mack? Is that no Jack Mack?
That's
Ah.
Jackson.
That's Jack Mack.
Never
Jackson
mind.
was a bitch and like
Oh,
took a nap at 10 with his girlfriend and didn't come to the show and just
a nap.
What a napper.
But I have a
What?
different story that's
Show me your
completely
socks.
unrelated to Friday night that was really
Yeah.
funny.
I'm excited to hear it.
I have the exact same socks.
Get this fucking.
Why are you wearing
Christmas
Christmas socks?
Not
What
on
the-
me
oh,
right now,
well,
but I
I
do have
mean,
the exact same.
Fucking Christmas is a state of mind, man.
Shit.
Not a season.
Yeah.
No, not a day. Wait, this Friday or last Friday?
No, it's just not about this Friday.
Oh,
not about
okay.
the Friday that you guys had the party.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
the first time I ever had a hookup where the woman literally won't talk to me because she thinks I'm a piece of shit. Like otherwise, usually it's just because like it wasn't.
But she's
very
still,
good or
like,
whatever.
Okay, let's just go to the checklist. Let's go to the checklist. Couch.
She had a couch.
Okay.
Wait, no.
That's
I
the whole
That's the whole checklist. Okay, there we go.
So
That's it. Good.
So I get a text message at like I come home after hanging out at Jackson's place. I get a text message like 10:30 from this girl, and she's like, "You, me, and wine." And I was like, "Okay, sure."
Turns out
When?
wine was another guy's name.
Yeah, she wanted you to be like the cuck.
Did you have to hide in the closet?
And I was like, when? And then she was like, now. And I'm like, it's 10:30, and I have work in the morning. And she's like, so? I was like, okay, sure, fine, I agree. Where are you? Like, where do you want me to meet you? Blah blah.
Yeah.
You can't come because my mom's still here. Blah blah blah. So I have to go to you. And she was like, I live out in Stony Plain. And I was like, so I drove 40 minutes out to Stony Plain
Ooh,
to
my
get
God.
a piece of that ass. And so I'm fucking her. And then she
Was
goes.
that ass stony or plain?
It was plain. It wasn't very stony. It was plain.
Stone.
And then, like, oh, maybe like 30 minutes in, she goes, "Come inside me," and I'm like, "No, I don't really want to do that. like, I was like, nah, I'm not really into that kind of shit. Like, no, you're not my,
Not
you're
into babies.
You're not like,
You don't
No,
trust
you're
the
not the
mom
motherly
type.
type.
you're not the
Yeah.
mom type,
Yeah.
right? And then she goes like, don't worry, I have a DUI.
What? She said, "Do you not?"
And she won't talk to me because I stopped and laughed my ass off for like probably 5 minutes. I was like, "You're a fucking idiot!" And then she was like,
Backwards.
Then probably at like 1 in the morning, she was like,
Yeah,
"You need
backwards.
to leave." I was like,
Oh
okay,
my god, that's
fair, but I
so
was
funny.
Like, I don't even want to. Oh goddamn,
That's so funny.
I was like, I fucking hate you.
What was she trying to say?
Immediately? IUD. She's DUI. IUD.
IUD being...
What does it stand
You're
for?
into
It's the thing you
something-
put in your uterus to not get
Yeah.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a blocky thing.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I've
It's
got a
not-
DUI.
Yeah, you've got it. That's so funny.
It's more like, now
it's
she
like,
won't talk to me anymore.
it's like
I
what?
laugh.
Okay, like he's gonna drink until the baby dies or something. Like that's fucked up.
That's what the
DUI,
wine's for,
yeah,
yeah.
DUI. That's what the wine's for. Fuck, that's so bad.
She was like, "Are you gonna come or not?" I was like, "Nah, like no, I
No,
can't do it.
no.
No, I don't put my,
You should have said no.
I'll put my dick in crazy every day, not in stupid.
Like,
I
I,
can't
think,
do
I
it.
think I appreciate like comedic situations so much that would like make me ejaculate. Like, fine, it's happening.
Looks at a Louis C.K. show. He's like, oh, get the camera.
You've adjusted now.
Is
Now
it
I
good?
can't see Calvin.
Good.
That's better now.
Oh, meanie.
There we go.
Better.
The frame was too
How dare
low.
Oh shit.
I can make those jokes. My girlfriend's Asian.
Calvin. So
Hey.
you got any exotic experiences this last week? You're exotic.
Wow,
I am very exotic.
Wow.
You're right.
You know, you have that exotic perspective.
Damn.
Shit.
How do you?
Just because he's wearing shorts doesn't mean you got.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Alright,
Doesn't
do you have
mean
any Chad stories?
Chad
you-
stories. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the roommate. Yeah, I haven't heard about-
Stories.
Yeah.
So he's
I
leaving
think he's
out.
got a
He's
DUI.
leaving.
Moving out.
Yeah, the guy's finally going.
Good,
It's
good.
God bless,
bless,
pray,
bless you, Chad.
pray to the gods. But apparently he texted. He's been really like fucking with us recently, like a lot more than normal. He like I told you guys last time he became like a recluse. He like pretty much hides in his room all the time now.
Oh, I didn't know.
But then, anyways, that's what happened. He used
Yeah.
to like fucking like party all the time, and he had like music blasting in the living room all the time. We're like,
Yeah.
you're a fucking douche.
Yeah.
So what happened was, he's leaving, and he asks us for the damage deposit. We don't have a new roommate yet, and he's
Yeah.
like trying to get the damage deposit from us, which is like $600 or something like that. And it's like we don't just have that like sitting around for you.
Yeah.
And
You should.
so, but we have to find a new roommate to give us the damage deposit, and then that's
The transfer.
Well, he does. He
Not
shouldn't
how
get it until he
damage
moves
deposits
out, though,
work.
right?
Well,
He's still got
yes.
another month, right?
yeah. So
So-
like once he leaves, obviously he's getting it, but like. He's not gone yet. He's still living here for the month, and then he's bugging us about that, and like we're like, no, we can't do that yet. And then so he texts the landlord, and the landlord's like, she texts Jaden or something, and it's just like, what's happening? Why is this guy asking for the damage deposit? Like, what's I don't know how you guys do this. And he's like, no, this guy's fucking crazy. Like he just keeps like fucking around, and then all of a sudden we get another text from the landlord like a day later saying like he wants to bring like a dog in the house or something like that, and we're like. Why? But you're leaving. Like, can
What
you just like wait till like
Can
you get the fuck out of here and then take your dog with you? Like,
He texts his landlord about everything.
yeah, and then he like,
Man, I want a dog.
yeah, and then the landlord comes to us because she knows that like this fucking guy is like trying to pull some shit behind us, and
Yeah.
it's like, what is? He's
What,
just such a.
pull some shit. What is his ulterior motive?
I don't know.
Get a
He's
He
dog.
wants to get his damage
Yeah.
deposit. He wants to have his damage deposit and then get the dog to fuck up
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got a dog lined up, but he needs the money to buy the dog. So he needs damage deposit.
You know what? You're pulling it safe not giving the damage deposit because if he's doing some sketchy
Well, you're not
shit.
supposed
Yeah,
to.
well,
I
yeah,
mean,
you're not
until
supposed
they move out.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, that
Yeah,
defeats
'cause
the
other-
purpose
yeah,
of the damage
exactly.
deposit.
They come around with a sledgehammer and a dog.
The guy's just fucking crazy.
That is strange.
Yeah.
So strange.
Should
But,
invite him
um,
to a party.
No, no. He's like such a bro too. Like everything he says and does.
I feel like he's come
Yeah,
into my work
boy.
before.
I'd be like watching hockey and be like, "Yeah, boys, get him, boys! Get him, boys!" Yelling in his room, no one's in there. And then the Oilers will be losing or something. And be like, "Come on, boys, pick it up! Get your heads on your asses!"
Great
boys."
job,
And I'm just
Kevin.
like,
Great
"What the
job,
fuck?"
Kevin. You can hear me, Kevin. Hi.
Yeah, I'm like,
You
holy
look-
shit, dude. It's so crazy.
So he's an Oilers fan?
I guess, but like he
He's
just
a
does
fan
that
of
for like
Rono.
everything. Like everything he does, he's like talking to himself, and like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just so hard.
Pooping over here. Pooping.
It's so hard to explain to people because you're just like the guy like talks to himself, but like everyone really kind of talks to himself a little
Oh, yeah,
bit. But
yeah.
Chad's like Chad's like having like an active conversation.
Converses with
Like
himself.
a nervous
like he's like on the
breakdown,
phone
like-
or something, and he's just kind of like
Well, then he's talking to
acknowledging-
somebody else.
Yeah.
No,
like,
but there's the
Well,
thing
but,
is,
but he's saying it's like he's.
Oh,
talking.
thing is,
okay,
it's not a
sorry.
phone.
I thought you meant he's on the
phone's
phone.
off.
Yeah,
That's so weird. You got two though.
Things off. It's clear now.
Chad, how are you?
Speaking of hockey, my sister works at a deli in like a richer neighborhood. It's really cool.
I
But she
heard
says
this
that like Edmonton Oilers come in and like Edmonton Eskimos and shit like that come in. And this one guy, I think it's Ryan Nugent Hopkins. I think it's him.
Yeah,
he
he looks like
Nugent
a baby.
Yeah. So he goes into her work all the time, and then like one night she was talking to my mom. She's like, "Mom, my favorite hockey player came in." And I was like, "Your favorite hockey player, Antonia? Your favorite?" And my mom's like, "What are you getting at?" I'm like, "Name one other player. name just one." And she's like, I just know that he's my favorite. I'm like, "Oh, what position does he play?" She's like, "I don't know." It's like, "Shut the fuck up."
She's
no
not
one
wrong.
cares about you.
She's also
I'm like-
her least favorite hockey player
Yeah,
because
it's the
being
same.
that she's the only one
Least
that
favorite,
she
favorite.
knows.
Love
So she's
him.
not like lying. She's not wrong necessarily.
But she's pregnant, so he came in and he was like, "Congratulations," and she's like, "My favorite hockey player blessed my baby." I was like, "Jesus fucking
my
Christ, I
Christ,
hate you! I
God.
hate you."
Yeah,
My
that's-
sister has made me hate her more lately. For example, she comes into my room at all the time.
for cookies.
without knocking.
No, not for cookies this time. That was when I was sleeping in the living room because I was being lame. I have my mom's master bedroom now because she moved out, so it's fucking dope. I have like the big bedroom. It's awesome.
Shit.
Very happy about that. But my sister feels the need to come into my room whenever I'm doing things with certain individuals, and at like all weird hours.
Make it out in mom's bed.
It's my bed now. I don't give a shit. And
Smells like mom's
just
bed. All right.
I guess they're not supposed to know my mom thing.
Okay, let's go.
You already know.
I have like a shrine that I keep in the corner with my mom in a frame, and like it's good times.
Candles are always lit.
And whenever a girl comes by, I ask her to bring a picture of her mom so we can share the experience.
Oh, and then you put her mom like
Damn,
next to the other
moms-
mom. Oh.
Moms are going.
But it has to be
wild.
smaller. My mom's is like a 5'7", hers has to be like a 4'6", because my mom has to be better.
And then like 5 minutes into bang, and your mom like walks in the room and just stands at the end of the bed.
Dude, you're
And you're like the summoning. You're like you're like the summoning. Like the summoning has worked. She's here. My mom's here.
Exactly. But yeah, so my sister just came in, for example, this morning, came into my room and was like, "Hey." I was like, "Hi." She's like, what are you doing? Sleeping? Okay, cool. I'm like, "Why are you here?"
That's a murder.
I'm like, "I tell you, why are you fucking here?"
That's a murder.
She does it so weird. This one time,
So, did you like see her come in, or did you wake up and she was there? Because was it very clear
it,
how long
it was like
she
I
had been
woke up
standing in
when
the
I
room?
woke up when the door opened. I'm pretty sure. And the thing is, like, I understand, like, yeah, like some people are like, "Oh, that's cute," but it's like, no, you don't understand.
I don't know if anybody
My
is.
sister's 19. My sister's not 6. Like, if she's 6, she's just like, "Oh my God, Maddie, wake up!" Like, that'd be adorable. And like, they'd be like, "Here, this is your
Like a
new
Disney
stepsister.
movie.
Like, this is
Well,
dope."
could
Do you want to build a snowman? Like that kind of thing.
Like that,
Yeah.
like, it's adorable. But my sister's fucking 19 years old. She has no reason to be coming into my room for that kind of shit.
Hey.
One time she busted into my room, like when I was actually in my own room, when I was with this girl, and then she stands at the doorway, and I'm like, "Yes, Antonia," and she goes, "Who are you?" to the girl in my bed, and I'm like, and she's like, "I'm Haley," and my sister's like, "Oh, okay," and then walks out. Like, it's so weird. My sister just every time.
She's just walking away like,
She's so
yeah,
weird.
I did it.
Like I think she
got
needs to be
him.
yelled at. Like that's so inappropriate.
No,
and
Okay,
weird.
next time she just opens the door. It doesn't matter the reason. If the house is on fire,
Dude,
it
just
doesn't
keep
matter.
going.
Yeah, you need to condition her like a dog. Like you need to like
Spray her with a
nose.
bottle.
Yeah.
Get out of here!
But this morning it was bad because she came in once, and then she came in a second time because she was like, "Oh yeah, I left a pillow in here," and there was like a pillow in the closet that my mom had cleared out for some bizarre reason.
Dude,
My
you're
sister
so
was just like planning shit and like
You're
finding
getting
reasons.
murdered.
That's
Like,
sad.
I'm gonna get murdered. It's
Matt's
really
gonna
weird.
die.
No, but like, and
Just-
also the weird thing about my sister is like she's pregnant, right? So she's
So weird.
it's so weird. That's not the weird thing. The weird thing is
No,
she
no.
always has guys over,
Okay.
and she always ends up fucking them.
Just do the same thing to her.
That's
Walk in
weird.
her and be
She's
like, "Who are
very-
you? Who are you?" The guy's like, "Yo, Wesley."
I'm
You're
Haley.
like, I thought so, Wesley.
She's
And it's
very
like,
pregnant. Like, I don't understand. Like,
Um.
I'm not into slut shaming. I'm just fucking impressed. How the hell has she found so many dudes? And they're not like ugly dudes either. They're like they're like between like the ratings of 5 and 7.
Yeah.
Like, they're not terrible looking dudes.
It's like a Craigslist thing, maybe.
I guess maybe.
Yeah,
I think they all
Yeah,
have
I'm
pregnancy
pregnant. Come get
fetishes.
some milk or
pregnant.
something.
Oh, yeah.
You've been on Craigslist, haven't you?
Like it's fucking weird. And I remember
That's intense.
a couple nights ago, I was laying on the couch playing my fucking phone game, and my sister, I just hear like creaking in the bed, fucking banging, fucking rustling everywhere. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on up there? Like she's probably fucking that dude, which I still don't understand. And I text her and I go, stop. And then silence. And then I went, thank you. And then an hour and a half later, I got a text like, stop what? I'm like, fuck you, you fucking liar. Like, you know what I told you to stop, and you did it. She's like, you thought I was fucking him? How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, he's like, if I was fucking him, you would know. I'm like, what? I would
knew.
know? How would I know? I knew.
She's like, you would know.
I was like, were you just jumping on the bed? Like, was he wrestling you? Was he trying to give you an abortion? Like, what was going on?
Like, she just falls down the stairs. You're like, what the fuck? And she's like, it just...
I said that to her the other day, and she didn't really get it. Like, she was like, oh, I'm going over to Draven's house. And Draven is like, his
weird
name's
name.
Draven, first of all. And he's like apparently supposed to be the baby daddy. It's either between like this 6 foot tall Spanish dude named Draven or this 5'2" dude who like weeaboo dude named Billy. So I want it to be Draven, even though they're both giant pieces of shit. And so she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go over to his place tonight. I'm like, make sure his house is 1 story. And then, just 1 story. And then she was like, I don't get it. And I was like no stairs. And she's like, I don't get it.
She's like, what's...
Go
Fuck
to
her.
the
She's like,
drive.
fuck you, and totally like, I hate her.
Speaking of, actually, this has no relevance to any...
That's okay. That is
Sorry,
okay.
I just saw the
Same
TV.
thing.
I just saw the
Nothing
TV there. I got like 2 stories to tell at some point tonight. One of them is my dad's a horrible person and loves Donald Trump. Loves Donald
Oh my
Trump.
God, no
Like,
way.
loves him.
Let's
I
go
have
on
these
down here.
huge debates with my dad over Donald Trump, and he has a big problem with CNN's coverage of Donald Trump. And I'm like, why would they not want Donald Trump to win the primary? It's the biggest fucking... They can have so many news, just a shit show. Like, I mean, like... So, Donald Trump, FYI... Great guy.
Great guy. Love
More
him.
information.
He's
Love
got the
him.
best
Donald
words.
Trump.
Best
This
words. He's got the
mogul.
best words.
Donald Trump loves
Yeah.
me.
Best word, the biggest
Yeah,
hands.
biggest hands.
Yeah.
Big hands.
Manly hands.
Manly hands.
He builds great.
Builds
builder.
great with the best
He
words.
builds things.
So my dad loves him, and I have all these like debates on him. And I was talking to him about the CNN coverage, and he had a big problem with when people go talk like news reporters or pundits, and they like give their opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
Like so, last night it was the Chicago riots, or like the Chicago protesters, whatever. There's a big thing with him getting kicked out of the.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't hold his
Rally.
whatever, right?
Yeah, you can't.
So he's going on about how they need to say if they're Republican or Democratic in their opinions, and I was like, they keep saying it, and he walks up to the TV and he's like, my sister has it on film because he doesn't know that you can like film him. Because he's so retarded. we have some hilarious videos.
How
of our
behind
dad.
is he? He knows TV.
No, he doesn't realize if you do this that you're like filming him. If you
Okay.
do this, he just
It's
thinks
'cause
you're on
he
your
trusts
phone.
you.
Or if you're like this,
You're
right?
breaking his trust.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
still a mistake on his
Yeah.
part. That's his fault.
Yeah,
You shouldn't trust his
He loves Donald
children
Trump,
that he
all right,
raised.
all right.
You're right.
So he's looking at the TV and he's like, they need to have boxes on the TV. They need to have boxes saying, they need to have a box right here saying Democratic, but whatever, right? And then this black guy's talking on the thing, right? And the black guy's like, whatever, what's up? He sounds like democratically, like more on Obama's side. And he's like, man, he's just defending his brother and shit like that. And I was like, Dad, damn, like, what are you saying? And I was like, he's like, yeah, they need to have a box here for him. And I was like, do they have to have a box there that says he's black? Like they have a box that says,
black.
this man's black. And then he's
Warning.
black. And yeah. So that's a short little thing that, yeah. Lots of interesting videos on my sister's
I
phone.
had something. I completely forgot what it was. Moving on.
Oh, the other thing too. I'll just get them both out of the way. I got propositioned by a prostitute at the Mills Town Center.
Millis Town Center.
Yeah, I didn't think I got propositioned by
I
a
should be
prostitute.
hanging around there.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that words were spoken, but movements were made. Okay, so listen.
Oh.
I show up. It's like 12, 15
That's
p.m.
like a lyric.
Were you just
words
counting
not
money
spoken,
like you
but
were afternoon?
movements were made.
It could be a
Were
lyric.
you just counting money like you
I
were like
wanted
you
a
were like
park
letting
bench
bands
that I
go?
got.
Yeah,
and
I
she
was
was
like, like a rubber band job in my pocket. And she was like, damn. Okay, so this is a movement. Okay,
So it was midday.
It was midday. It was fucking midday. Like,
oh my god.
so
Dude,
I walk.
midday,
I go to Mills
Mills
Town
Town
Center and like I'm walking to like the bus, and I'm just walking to my bus stop to wait for it. And there's a lady there, and I look at her, and she's like 25, 30. And I look over at her, and I make eye contact for a second. She looks over at me, and she does this. She's like, right, and she like
Wait.
spreads her coat.
Oh,
Like
okay.
this, right?
So I
She
thought
just-
she was just literally
going
like
like
that.
that.
Oh no. She's like, so she spreads her coat. She's like,
She's about to whip.
it looked like, and I was like, okay. Like, I was like, I don't know if that was,
Everybody
like,
else see that?
promoting to me, right? And there was some other, like, gangsters who walking around like this, just, like, walking around. And I was like, maybe that was to him, or, like, I don't know what was going on there. And so I look away, and I'm like, okay. And then I look to my right again, and then she's, like, has her shoulder to me. But it was almost, like, instantaneous that as soon as I, like, looked right, she, like, whipped around and was like, this again. And I was like, what the fuck?
Was she showing her
No,
boobs?
she
or
had like a
just showing
scantily clad outfit
okay.
on or whatever, but she had like
Yeah.
this like fur coat thing. She was like, and I was like, oh shit, man. And so I'm standing at the bus stop. I'm like, okay, bus. I see my bus coming. I get on the bus, right? I sit near the window at the back of the bus, and I'm like sitting on the window. And I look to my right. And she's outside the bus. And she goes like, when she's like, like there's a window between us. I've already got on the bus. I'm sitting down. I look to my right, and she's like, I was like, fuck.
I think she just forgot
No,
about
she-
you.
yeah,
and
no.
she wasn't even aware of the bus.
She
She's just a person.
no, she looked like she was cracked out of
Very
her mind.
aggressive salesperson.
Definitely a prostitute. And I was like, I've never seen it this south.
Yeah, I've never
before.
thought
seen
that
it
I've
this
seen
south.
a prostitute
Or at
this
12,
close
15
to where I
p.m.
live.
It was fucked up.
Yeah, that's weird.
It was a weird time.
I have an issue that I kind of want, like, it's back on the black guy thing, like the
Yeah,
racism
yeah.
thing. I've had this conversation with a couple other people, and it kind of starts with this sentence: "I'm not white, I'm Jewish." I don't like that argument because that's not a thing.
Oh, people said
said
that.
there was
to
a
you?
really
Jewish
awkward,
people,
like,
I've
60
been-
minute
like two
segment about
Jewish
that.
people in my life have said that to me. I'm not white, I'm Jewish.
I've never met.
Yeah, there's no Jews around here, so that's uncommon that you would even have that.
Because
happen.
No, I bet Jewish people before, but I mean, like,
Because they
Well,
like
not
talk to
ones
me
that
because I
wear,
was
like,
we're
look
talking about
Jewish,
like
I
we'll
suppose.
talk about like the
Well, that's like Orthodox.
Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter movement, or we're talking about like racism in the States or whatever.
Yeah.
And I go like, you know, and he's like talks. I don't understand this, and then like someone will say something about like, yeah, white people like kind of like don't get it. And he goes,
White people walk like this.
then he goes, I'm not
Jewish
white,
people
I'm
like
Jewish, and
Well-
everyone kind of laughs because you're an idiot. Because
Yeah.
like perceivably, no one goes. That person goes like, oh man, I want to talk to him because he might be Jewish. Like that doesn't happen because he's perceivably white. Always
Yeah,
they
well,
look
because
white.
you can't see Jewish unless it's like Orthodox or you're like wearing
He's
stuff.
like Jewish people are
Yeah.
oppressed. I'm like
Well, the thing is,
I'm like Jesus.
the
fucking
reason
Christ.
they throw
Yeah.
that out is
Yeah.
because they say that is because they're like
Okay.
afraid that the black person is like the black person's like feels really victimized and it's like it's okay, I'm a victim too because Jews were killed in the Holocaust, and therefore I
That's
don't.
the
You
only
know what's,
bad
you know what's
thing,
crazy?
but
I'm in,
it's
like,
history of the world.
I'm in a cult study class where literally every cult documentary you've ever had, like about like a cult being like defending themselves, they're always like, look at the Jews, look what happened to the Jews. Our plight is like the Jewish Holocaust plight, and like every time a prof like
Hey,
pauses the video and he's
compelling
like,
story to
Yep, there we
reference
go,
to
like-
and piggyback off of.
exactly. So it's horrible, and it's that too. But that's kind of ridiculous that someone would be saying that. I mean, like
The thing is, like, he's like, I'm like, we more talk about like social implications of being a colored
in
person,
the modern day.
and in modern day, and then he goes like, I'm not white, I'm Jewish. Clearly, like,
Well,
I'm-
it's
I'm-
weird because it's like
it's like nigga, it's like everyone fucking looks.
you
at
shouldn't
and
even
goes,
feel like you
you're
need
white.
to defend that. Like
Yeah.
you didn't personally victimize that black person, unless you did. In
Yeah.
which case, then you feel like you need to say something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like overly defensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really annoying.
It's like a normal person who's not racist at all would be like, "Hi, black person." Why is that?
Like,
why are
could
they
you
even
say,
asking?
could you
I
say,
suppose,
hey,
but
like I'm not white,
but-
I'm British, or like I'm not white, I'm Catholic, or something like that. It's like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
like, I'm not white, I'm
Like-
European. It's like shut
Yeah,
the fuck up.
yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Jewish people are white. Except
But
for
Unless-
wait, wait, wait.
unless-
Except
But
for
the
not
question-
white Jews.
But the question is, was his father Jewish or his
His
mother
mother
Jewish?
Jewish.
That's the real question. If his father's Jewish, he's not
I
white.
think
He's
his
not
mom was
white.
Jewish, actually.
Oh, damn.
Speaking of the Holocaust, I had to watch a movie for. I didn't have to watch the whole movie. We just watched a clip of it for film studies. And one of the it was from like 1930 something or other. And like, did you know Holocaust was like a good thing before
Oh,
the Holocaust?
Everyone hated the Jews. Oh, like, sorry. I thought you meant, dude, I'm telling you for like 100 years, people hate the Jews.
Yeah,
I'm not saying,
yeah,
but I'm
I
saying,
know.
I know, but you mean like the
Nobody,
word
like,
Holocaust
the
was
word
a good...
Holocaust.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like a love scene, and he was like, "My heart rages with the fire of a Holocaust for you," or something. I was like, what the fuck? Whoa!
There's like 6 million souls. Just raging.
All burning.
All burning. For you.
My heart's being gassed. For you. Yeah.
I was thinking, like, why don't Jewish people celebrate Easter? Like,
Do they not? I don't know.
I don't think they do.
No.
Because, like, you know, it's like Easter marks the point where they, like, killed Jesus. But shouldn't they be happy about that?
Well, Jesus was Jewish, wasn't he? I thought that was the
Yeah.
Yeah, but
implication.
they still killed him.
The Romans did.
Yeah, but Easter was when he comes
Jewish-
back to life.
The Jewish killed
Good
No,
Friday
the
was when they
Romans,
kill him.
the Romans killed the Jews. The Romans killed the Jewish Jesus.
Yeah, yes.
But-
That was on Good Friday, and man, that was a Good Friday.
Oh, damn Good
Easter
Friday.
Sunday was when he comes
It's
back.
Friday.
revenge.
Gotta put Jesus Christ on the
Back to
cross
Rome,
on
the earth.
Friday. Until the weekend. Saturday.
Do you guys want to paint eggs on Easter?
Dude, I'm so down to paint eggs.
I'm
It doesn't
gonna
even
buy
have
all
to
the
be
stuff.
Easter. It doesn't have to be Easter.
It's like-
I'm getting
Die.
gingerbread home.
Did you ever have to do that when you were
Do
a
that?
kid and like you had to like poke a hole in it with a pin and
Yeah.
then like
I was just
suck
gonna
out
hard boil
the
them because I
fucking-
don't.
Oh, I made eggs and then I didn't drain them, so I had like old,
what?
old, like I painted eggs
Oh.
when I was in 6th grade. Literally, like for 3 years, I left these eggs
Like
there.
hard boiled eggs.
And then I like
Yeah.
brought them outside and just threw them on the ground just to see what would happen. And it was a weird dark brown, and I don't think I smelled it. I can't recall what the smell was, but I'm sure it wouldn't have been good.
It actually wiped out your smell for the rest of the time. Damn.
But yeah, I really
Can't
want to paint eggs. I've been doing lots of arts and crafts on live streams because
Yeah.
it's fun. So I wanted to paint eggs, but we could all paint eggs.
Why?
On a live stream, I'd do it.
I paint eggs. We make cookies.
Because it's Easter.
Did you ever do the thing where you actually had to like do it like professionally, where you get like wax and stuff or like cover it up?
Yep.
And then
Oh
it's
yeah,
like-
yeah,
yeah.
We did that in like elementary and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, you
Or, like,
dip 'em in
you
the
put
dyes.
elastic bands
Mhm.
on them, or glue or something like
Yeah,
that.
you
to
wax
cover it up.
designs on them, then dip in the
Yeah,
dyes.
like
and the
crayon
wax comes
even will work,
off,
and then-
And then you put another color in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Do you guys
Yeah.
remember when, sorry, speaking of like elementary, do you guys remember, were you guys in Dan? You guys know Dan. Like,
We all
Dan.
know Dan.
You
He
know-
honked at me the other day
He
at
honked at
Sobeys.
you?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Really?
that's so
He
funny.
honked at
just
you
driving
in
by.
Sobeys? Like, he was like, honk!
He's back-
Damn.
he's
I
back
was
at
like
Import,
driving
I
by.
think.
It was weird.
Oh, okay. He, I remember in like grade 6, he hit a teacher in the face with a chair. like accidentally though.
Oh,
Like, accidentally.
no.
He was mad. He like lifted the chair up, and then he hit the. It was like a teacher that came in halfway through the semester or something like that. I don't remember. She looked weird. Her classroom had a bunch of planets hanging from it. I don't know. That's a bad attribute.
Oh,
But,
her.
Yeah, that lady.
Well, only
He hit
the
her in the
three of us
face,
would
and
even know,
he hit her in the
so-
face, and she like started crying, like she got hurt.
I've seen
And
a couple
then
teachers
and then
cry.
he was like, started crying because he's
I-
like,
okay,
he's
that
like, how
sounds very
dare you
familiar.
blame me? Like I didn't mean to do that. Like
Well, no, that's like a kid response.
It
I
is.
know, but it's
Oh,
Dan.
shit.
It's also a
And a
Dan
party
response,
figure.
yeah.
It's Dan. It was funny.
I'm just mad at him because he pays $700 a month, like with insurance and car payment for his 2010 Chevy, and I pay $650 for my 2014 Volkswagen. So I was like, I just hate his terrible financial decision.
That's horrible.
I'm completely
Yeah.
mad at him for that.
Damn.
Fuck. So I'm taking my girlfriend driving tomorrow because she doesn't have her license yet. She doesn't have her learners, and it's like borderline illegal that I'm taking her driving because I don't have my advanced
Oh,
license.
she's driving.
Oh, okay.
But she'll be driving.
Well, no, it's not borderline. It is illegal.
Yeah, it's pretty illegal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll talk about what other illegal
People,
activities I've been
people,
involved
people
in.
put borderline in front of a lot of things.
It just is
And it's like,
illegal.
yeah.
It's only illegal if you get caught. Let's be
But
real.
that's everything.
Like, for example, driving an unregistered vehicle for 2 months was not illegal until I got caught.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
There you go.
And I got a
works.
$310 ticket for that.
Yeah.
No demerits because it's not a moving violation.
Okay.
And I went and I got my car registered right after that, and I got $20 off because I had skipped 2 months. So
Oh,
I'm thrifty. Saving that
damn.
shit, yeah.
Thrift is shifty.
I'm still down $290, but whatever.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
counts.
It's a net loss.
Fuck the law. Fuck the police.
Fuck the police. It was funny because like I was like driving up to the A&W because I was gonna get A&W for lunch.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait,
was
why
like-
else would you be driving up to the A&W?
Because it had a gas station too.
Oh,
It was an
okay.
A&W gas station. Sorry, you didn't let me.
Why?
Sorry,
A&W
Wait,
gas
yeah,
station.
There are those?
it was an A&W in a gas station. It was really cool.
Oh.
Where?
Ellerslie
I've seen
Road.
that before.
Maybe just in the same parking lot.
No, they're not in the same.
No,
they're
but
in the
I
same
think I know what he's
building.
talking about. They're in
Yeah.
the same.
Same fucking
Really?
building.
Wow. Damn.
So I roll up and I was smoking cigarettes. So I was like, I'm not gonna park in front of the A&W because like there's gas pumps here. So I'm just gonna park in the bank parking lot.
Yeah.
And so I park in the bank parking lot. And as soon as I get in my car, like literally open the door, look back, close the door right away. Go, that is a policeman, and he is not letting me back up.
Oh.
And
That's
they
when you got. Like,
turned their lights on and they pulled me out. They're like, "Hey, so I see your car hasn't been registered since November." And I'm like, "Yep." Like, why? I'm broke. And they go, "Oh." I'm like, I can do it today though. They're like, "Okay, cool. Sit in your car."
You had a really good like white voice there.
Yeah.
For the, oh.
Oh. Okay,
Damn.
yeah. I
Did
should
you tell
probably
them
do-
you're
Then they're like,
Jewish,
"Get me."
You tell me you're Jewish.
Then they're like, "Find your like, where's your? I need your license and registration and like insurance and shit." Oh, well, not registration, obviously, because registration didn't have it registered. So I grabbed my license, gave it to them, and I could not find my insurance for the life of me. I was like, I know it's in here. It's in an envelope. I know my pink cards are in an envelope. I didn't take them out of the envelope. I just threw it in the back of my car, and then just like, I'll grab that when I need
Yeah,
it.
the glove box, right?
I didn't. But now it's in my glove box because I had to it took me about 10 minutes to go in my car, look in my trunk, then eventually find it and give it to them. And they were happy with it, but it wasn't pink cards. It was just paperwork that said that I had insurance.
Okay.
So it counted, but they were like, try and get pink cards. It was a good time. They were nice to me. They could have towed my car right there, but they didn't.
That's nice. Yeah.
Especially after like 3 months of being unregistered.
You're a charmer.
I am. I'm a pretty
Yeah, I
good
definitely
driver.
got searched on the well, not me, but the people came into the train car and were like, get your passes out and stuff while I was driving or going to the university, which is really weird because like usually they do it at like weird times because obviously they're not gonna do
Well,
it
not on the train. Usually like at the.
I've had
yeah,
them
they
on
do it
trains.
like
I've
that,
had
but
them on
sometimes
train.
they'll actually do it like get into the train car and then like
yeah, the only time I've ever
yell
had
at you.
people is like when they come into the train and just like between stops.
They
I'm
yell
like,
at you?
the ones they get on, they're like, everybody get your passes out,
Oh.
and, like because they have to yell for the whole car to hear.
Oh,
I guess.
mine just kind of like walking under like, we're like.
But it's like usually they're supposed to be like working and like two of them, but this was just a single cop who came on. So I
he's
feel like
kinda drunk.
he
Get your
was
pass out.
just like bored or like didn't
Yeah.
have anything to do and was just like,
Wasn't
I'm
a
gonna go
cop.
ticket some people.
It's equivalent to sweeping the floor at your job.
Yeah.
Like, oh, near the bus station, I guess. Fuck, still on shift, better do that.
Dude, I saw like a really, 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 really awkward guy get like caught not having a transit like ticket on the train. Like when I was going to school and our train car was getting like searched for tickets, and he just like he basically just kept like not responding or like giving like grunts or like shrugs. His response like, "Do you have your ticket?" And he's like, He's like, well, it's like, are you sure you don't have your ticket on? He's like, you know, it's a fine on your ticket. He's like, I had, and he was like trying to, I don't know, he was trying to like think of some sort of way of like excusing himself for not having had one. And then like they took him off the train.
Well, the thing I usually do is because like they yell at you and like get your tickets out so that they can like get through the whole car hella quick. Because usually they do it
because they want to get like
downtown.
a full car
Exactly.
in between two stops, and then they move to the next
Exactly.
car.
But what I do is I have my headphones in all the time, so I like because obviously you fucking hear them through the headphones or whatever, and you can see them, but you just don't acknowledge them until they get up to you, and then they have to talk to you, and like you take your earphones out real slowly.
Yo, he's a real homie.
And then they're like, "Oh, we need to take your pass," and I'm like, "Okay," and I'll
everyone
fill with my wallet or whatever, and try to take as long as possible so that if there's somebody
Oh,
down
so
there,
people on Alex, you're like backing up against the wall, like, oh
then it'll
shit,
get to
pressing the button.
the next stop, and I can get out and escape.
Really? Oh, yeah, it's like fuck
That's
them.
actually really smart.
And Alex is just like,
help these people out.
You're a bro.
Like, if everybody does that, then they don't get to fucking do that. Because that's bullshit.
Yo, it's gotta be like Home Alone. You gotta like throw marbles.
Leave a tarantula.
Well, let's talk about taking these buses today.
That's a good deed.
Well, because it's like, I know I have my thingy. I have to, because we're at university.
They
so
can't
it's
kick
like,
you off for being slow at pulling
it's
out
no
your
skin
pass.
off my nose, yeah.
You should, next time they come, like, on the train, stuff it in your mouth, and when they come to you, just be like, like, what the fuck?
Just be like, do a magic trick. Like, have it in your hand, like, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
whoa. Now look up
Oh,
your
behind
ass.
your
Oh,
ear.
yeah, you're such dirty hand. Now look up your ass.
What's this?
Get your 1994 yearbook.
Just anything to stall. Is this the card? Just a little bus pass and a deck of cards. Find the card.
Yeah. Try to give him a $20 bill. Oh, that's not it. Try to give him a 50 and be like, oh, that's not it. Try to give him your debit. Like, no. Brian.
Hand them a check with like the money thing not filled out.
Yeah. Go buy yourself a new bike.
Start bribing them, even though you have the
I got
ticket.
the
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, eventually they'll be like, dude, you have to show to stop bribing. We're not taking a bribe. They'll be like, oh, okay. But then they'll just be
Win some money. That would be really funny if you have like the bus pass and be like, oh, here's my bus pass, and it's like totally legit, but there's just money
But then you also
behind
have
it.
like a $5 bill. Like, forget you saw me.
Here's my bus
And you
pass.
saw, yeah, you're like, forget you saw me. Have a nice day. I'm getting off in Churchill. You better not be there.
Okay, I was also thinking it would be kind of funny if, so let's say we all just find a magic genie lamp, but it's one of those genies that like fucks with you. So you have to try to wish for something, and then the rest of us have to tell you how that wish would backfire on you.
Oh, well, I would
I
wish
like
for
that.
things to happen to Matt. Because
Amazing things would happen to Matt. Like
Yeah,
he'd like
yeah.
become a billionaire, trillionaire. He'd have like
You can't wish that I'm in crazy debt or that I'm always broke because
Yeah.
that's already true. So
Very
I'm
true.
like, you just be
But
rude.
how do they go wrong? So if I wish Matt was 10 times hotter, how would that go horribly wrong?
oh
for
no
me?
you're trying to say something good. Like I wish that.
Well, yeah, but because it's like, would you waste your
Why do
wish
you wanna
that could be
wingman me so
anything?
hard?
If I wish that could go wrong on me on anything, yes, I would.
Yeah, but it defeats the purpose.
But
if
you
you're
don't
aware
know.
of
Also,
what
also
that
you
goes
don't know
wrong.
that this genie's an asshole.
Oh, I don't know. Well, then
Yeah.
I would
Well,
just
then
be like,
the
okay.
whole exercise if you're aware of it.
Yeah.
But no, you just have to. You have to wish
Just
proof
say
your
it.
wish.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that it
just in
can't
case, just
backfire.
in case.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, okay, what if I just make him do demeaning things? Like,
Why is
that
that?
yeah, suck my
What
dick,
is- what-
genie.
Oh, the
Matt,
genie.
not
Oh,
Matt.
You don't have to have a genie to make me suck your dick.
yeah,
now.
yeah, genie.
You know.
Yeah, just
Who
genie.
needs a G?
With $100
Yeah,
bucks.
okay, what,
$100
okay, if you
bucks.
wish for the genie to suck your dick, then it's like really unpleasant.
It's probably
and
gonna
he's got
suck
like a
off with
sand
your back.
blowjob,
Exactly.
like-
He sucks your dick off.
Okay, so I saw a movie about a genie like this, and then a guy in prison told the genie to go fuck himself, and the genie was very angry and
I thought you were gonna start
walked away
rapping.
angerly and fucked himself.
What kind of
Because he
movies are you
can't.
watching?
That's
I
not
don't
a
know.
wish, Alex. Give us a wish.
Well, it's because the guy didn't know it was a genie, but never mind.
I don't move. Okay.
I have no idea what movie it was.
It's Avalanche.
So you could tell it to wish for it to go fuck itself. That's how you test. You know what? You gotta have a test
You have
one.
one
to find
wish.
out.
You know, but
And
that
it's not
wouldn't
too
find
much
you anything
genie.
out because if you have 3 wishes and
Oh,
you
wait,
use the
if he goes
first
fucks
one,
himself,
use
yeah.
the first one being mean to the genie,
Okay.
then obviously
Wish
he's-
for something
not
very
gonna help
mildly
you on the
good
other
and
two.
see if it goes wrong.
Like, I wish I had a cheeseburger.
That could thing
That
is,
could
I
kill
suppose
you.
it could be like
Can-
inside
can-
your brain.
The genie can't
Yeah,
kill
it
you.
could
The
be
genie
like-
can't kill you. He can't kill
Okay,
people.
let's set that rule. Let's set
I
that
know,
rule.
because usually when we hear about like these like ideas of like the mischievous genie, it's always like something like I'm just gonna like mildly fuck with you and like just make you regret like your wishes and
Okay,
just like
it's
learn
not
a
gonna be
lesson or
like
something.
A
But if
cheeseburger
it's not
the
like
size of the Titanic lands
and then
on
just
my
lands on you, and just fucking kills you. Just wish for anything, it just becomes something that kills you.
Yours is just drop.
'Cause, yeah.
Okay, but the rule we'll have is that you can't kill you.
directly, but it can make
or
you regret
like
it,
or like even
or- yeah,
harm
no.
you physically. But
Yeah,
like
do that.
It can maybe harm you physically,
Well,
but it can't.
not
It can harm you
directly.
mentally. It
Yeah.
can harm you mentally. Okay, go.
Yeah,
go.
it can't be like I wish for $1 million and then you get smushed
So
by
what's
$1
the
million.
wish? What's the
Yeah.
wish?
The wish like it's just he wants to frustrate you a lot.
Okay, so I wish for $1 million, but then he would give it to you in a way that's
In pennies.
That's very bad.
pennies.
In pennies or it's stolen money and
Yeah.
Or it's $1 million in some sort of like
in, like,
obsolete
yeah,
currency
exactly.
that
Yeah,
has
or
it's
like
some
Zimbabwe
some
dollars.
African thing that's like
It's in
3
like
cents.
it's in a labyrinth.
So well, you could say I want. You could just do like long.
What's with you labyrinths today?
It's got 3,000 defense. Good luck getting your money.
Oh, that labyrinth. That's the one.
I know.
Labyrinth wall.
Labyrinth wall. There's a bunch of them.
I should have
Next
added that
wish.
to my.
Yeah, I knew, but that's what we were saying. You got the labyrinth wall.
Well, you can be really specific. Like, I wish for $1 million in $100 unmarked bills that are untaxable, untraceable, not stolen, and also you suck my dick.
Yeah, but then he gives.
Well,
you
then he's
them.
gonna sandpaper your dick, dude. You didn't.
What if he gives you them and they all just like have a little bit of poo on them? And like nobody looks
You
at
didn't
like,
say
"I
that,
don't want
Okay,
your
I have
poo."
to list
Oh,
And they're all cut in half. So
Oh,
you
but
You
that-
can also
that-
just drop from an
that-
airplane.
Too many
Be like-
wishes.
Yeah.
That was like a multiple part wish.
Well, I'm just describing the thing. Like, you could
Yeah,
say,
but
I
you
want
wish for it to
I wish
suck
for a
your
red
dick
sports
also.
car
the
that's
sucking
got
dick
these
was the
tires.
second was like the
The
2 part
second
wish. So
wish.
get rid of the sucking dick part and you're good.
What? Oh, my second wish? Okay, so I don't want the $1 million one, now, but I'd wish for a better cat.
A better cat. You're gonna
He
get
can't fuck
you'll
that
get an
one up.
robotic cat that is smarter than you, and you will become its cat.
I'm already
Yeah, it's
Holly's
like-
cat.
it's-
So it can't be worse.
But it's like what's better is like bigger better. So what if he gets
Yeah.
you like a lion? Because that's
Yeah.
a better cat.
That's
It'll
a better
just kill
cat.
the shit
If
out
it
of
poops
you.
bigger and kills me, that's still better than Paulie. So we're good. He can't. I got this genie's nuts in a vice. Fucking-
Yeah, if he gives you a tiger, you'll be in the news. Like just having a random tiger.
I love at last party you're like, dude, I know I'm drunk because I like Polly right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Polly.
Well, what would you do as your wish
My
that's
wish?
impenetrable.
I was trying to think of something because it was like, all right, superpowers would be pretty cool, but if you wish to be like, I wish I was the strongest man alive, then everybody else is just
Just
like
be very weak.
very weak. Exactly.
Yeah, the whole
That's
world, yeah.
stupid.
Just a pain in the ass.
Or everybody's stronger than you just is dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Dies.
It's like
He
He
everything.
can't kill
Everything's
people.
bad.
He can't kill people.
No, he can't kill you.
He can't kill people. If you
You don't get to
Aladdin,
decide how my
have you watched
genie
Aladdin?
works.
We're doing Aladdin rules.
Are we? But
Okay.
Aladdin genie doesn't fuck with you. He's just nice.
He's just Robin Williams.
But we'll
Yeah.
assume that's all genies' rules. Aside, he was a nice genie. Some other genies are assholes.
He was just a clown.
But he was depressed. And he
Is he really?
Oh,
So the genie can only kill himself, is what you're saying. Can't kill other people.
Yeah, you wish for anything, the genie's like, fuck this
Fuck
shit.
You can't make people love you. You can't kill people.
What if
And
he
you can't bring them
like-
back from the dead.
I
Oh,
wish
man.
all my future poops were just really comfortable, like, broke that. Tries to use some genie to use it.
Bye. Jump. Fuck.
Kills himself.
Oh man. Damn.
Somehow I knew that's where this was going to go
Yeah,
to.
I didn't.
But
But it's like, okay, so I was trying to think of like a good wish. So I think I would wish for the ability to summon a rain cloud whenever I wanted that rained fresh water,
okay.
and I could like control.
But it
how much comes out.
also
Does it use
rains
like the water of the
cancer
air?
rain.
Oh no, it's cancer rain.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's irradiated.
Well, then
It's
you
an
can use it on your
It's a
enemies.
cloud of It's like a cloud of radiation. So all the water that comes
Is
out
that
is
What was it? Say it again.
irradiated.
Say it again. You were gonna-
Why
That
would-
you could summon a rain cloud full of fresh water.
Well, you could just say
No,
clean
no,
fresh water, I guess.
the
Yeah,
cloud
clean
will
fresh
take the
water.
form of Alex, your last name sucks dick. And it'll be. I said Alex, your last
Sorry,
name.
sorry. I
Oh,
was,
oh.
that was an involuntary.
Oh, oh, okay. No, yeah, so, or like it would, the way he would make the cloud would be like he'll spell something out that just makes fun of you, or
That's a cool wish. I can, at any time,
And
having
then
the
then the
superpower
government
to
will crack down
spell
on you
things
Yeah.
in
and
clouds.
put you in prison because you're fucking with the economy.
yeah, you
But
can make it rain.
How would they know that?
Because it says your name.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to do with it. It's just the clouds, man.
They
I don't
would
control
know,
the
man.
clouds. How would they know?
They can't prove anything.
You do
You'll
control
get-
the
they'll-
clouds.
the FBI will take
How
you
do
to
you think the
Area
president
51.
of America became the president of
Who
America?
said vote Obama?
Yeah, no. He has the genie himself.
Whoa! That would be a terrible wish.
Oh,
Imagine
worse.
Trump
Oh,
with
that's
a
what he
genie.
did. He probably said, "I want to be the coolest black
Trump
man
has a
in
genie, I
history."
guarantee you.
Trump is,
And then-
Trump has a
yeah,
genie.
he's got that third last wish, just like build a wall in Mexico. He's just waiting to cash it in, and things are going well.
But it's like, why would you wish to be president? Because it's just like,
It's
all right,
just a
I got
stressful
a
job.
real stressful job and it's over in 4 to 8 years.
This reminds me of Robin's joke about the peach.
Peach. Yeah.
And someone runs into Obama and it's like, how did you have those big ears? Like, well, let me tell you. I met a genie. I one wish to be the president of the United States. And there it was. And it goes on, and then the third wish is like, I just wish to have like way too big ears. And then that was
These
Are you
Not
saying
that big,
Obama
are
has
they?
big ears?
He has big ears.
Like
That's
what?
the most popular
Like out of
way
bug
of
ears?
characterizing
I
it
mean,
physically.
character, obviously.
But he
they're
does.
not-
He does have larger than average ears, and yes,
But they're not like huge.
They're not huge. They're not
Yeah.
like obscene ears, but that's just
Well, because like caricatures of him also make him be like real squinty and like little tiny other features.
yeah. And his chin make his chin kind of go like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would just be like, no, genie, I don't really want my life turned upside down.
You would say no to 3 magic wishes.
Probably.
Jesus.
Only because they're so difficult to not get fucked. There's
What
always a
if
way.
you could-
I can fuck you in any wish.
There is no.
What if you could wish to snap
There is
and
no-
hype men come up?
There's no bit of
People wish.
myth other than Aladdin where the genie does not fuck the person over. Or even if the genie doesn't intentionally fuck them over, no one's wish with a genie can ever go well. Like, it's a common theme among genie stories.
I think you have to plan it as you wish for something that the genie's gonna fuck over, but you actually like the fuck over that he brings. So
That's right.
like you
That's
have to,
right. Sorry.
yeah, you have to like tactically wish for something and then have the genie be like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking.
But it would have to be kind of weird things because like
You
there's
have to
really
think
no
so
way
far
you could get.
He'd be
$1
like,
million
man, I wish my
from-
bed sheets were red. He's like, blue, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's like they're red because they're stained with the blood of this person who I framed for murder. You framed.
Or
murder.
they're red, but he teleported them to a different country.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
now
it's
you
so-
don't have any bed
it's so
sheets. I
easy.
assure you they're red, but they're gone.
It's so
the
easy.
genie was like, he's
It's
not
way
malicious.
too easy for GD. Like this conversation is dumb because like because that does work, and any genie could just realistically like so easily just
Well, we
mess
don't know
up
what
anything.
you met a genie. We don't
No,
know
I'm
that.
just thinking about this.
Superpowers can't be put somewhere else, and if you're specific,
Yeah.
physical
Yeah, but they could just
ability-
be like, your superpower is this,
They're
but it
ambiguous,
only
though.
works when
They're
you're
ambiguous.
licking your own wiener.
Dude, that's a good
It's like, I
trade-off.
can't do
That's
it.
at least doable.
My superpower would be to lick my
Maybe.
own wiener. It only works when I lick my own wiener. Damn. No,
Okay, well, what you do is like wish for the hard one first, and then get for wishes that'll help you meet the other one. Wait, are you saying comply when you're looking at a wiener?
So if you got those 2 wishes out of the way.
It's a bird!
It's like you got to comply with the flag. It's just
Hey,
a sucking his
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, slightly different. The genie's not trying to fuck you over.
Okay.
He's trying to fuck you because he's really likes
Would you wish for the ability to be immortal with the but you get to live the same age as you are now? You don't like age and get like real old and gross. And also, at any time, if you decide to kill yourself, you can by chopping your head off.
You have to chop. Well,
So you can't
it's a sort of
really,
hard
you
way
can't
to do
take
it.
like poison or some shit, but you have to like
So you
work
can't.
to
It's
kill
hard to
yourself,
accidentally kill yourself. I
but
suppose.
you can kill yourself.
Why would you say
I think
no to
I'd
that?
probably do
I
it.
would do that 100%.
I suppose.
That sounds
The
like
thing
a
is,
pretty
the only
good
problem is,
arrangement.
I'd say maybe stuck at the same age could kind of suck because then
I like
Like,
my age.
No, we're all.
I don't know,
This
you
is
kind of have to
perfect
change
age.
your life.
Maybe you're allowed to like.
It is a good
activate
age.
No, man, shit, I'm in my
Is everyone gonna be
prime.
is everyone gonna be really weirded out that you're not aging, or is everyone just kind of?
Oh,
Yeah, like
yeah,
I mean, like
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you'll be like 5 or 6
You
years.
have to
good with
separate.
your
If you wait
friends.
until you're like.
But
But I
you're
can't
30
Edward
after a
Cullen this
while.
shit. Like I don't care how much time I have, I'm not gonna be rich enough to like move all the time.
Okay, you have to have the ability to like
Dude,
fake your own death. But you have to include that in your wish.
I would
somewhere. It's
rather be
people
like
will forget
invincible,
that you
but
have
still
this.
die of old age. Like that would be cool.
like Bruce Willis in Invincible.
North, the movie from 1994.
North is
where
a dope movie.
it's the worst, one of the worst movies
It's
ever.
awesome.
And it's filled with like racist
I
caricatures.
love it.
It's just like
It
a
is. It's full of
series of
racism.
montages like racism, and it's just so
I
Read
love
Roger
it.
Ebert's review of North. It's one of the funniest things I've
Roger
ever
Ebert's
read.
pretty cool.
It's like this
Who does his
inconsequential
reviews now?
1994. Sorry,
Who does his
There's
reviews
just a
now?
bunch of people.
Will
Oh, yeah, just random
Wood,
stuff.
Okay,
just
okay.
a lot of
Stuff.
cameos. It was really dope. It's a great movie. I highly recommend
no.
it.
Is it like Civil War?
No,
South?
okay. North is it's
Oh.
a movie where Elijah Wood, as a young kid,
His
he
name
decides.
is North.
So his parents are George and Elaine from Seinfeld, and he decides. And his George is also like a famous pants inspector, and he gets
Sorry,
awards for
pants?
pants
Hold up.
inspector.
This is
Okay.
real?
And then
It's a real movie.
I'm not talking.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
And then so he's fed up with his parents because they don't pay enough attention to him, and he's starved for attention. So he decides he's going to disown his parents. So his case of disowning himself from his parents becomes a nationwide phenomenon. So he goes through a series of tryouts with parents who want to adopt him. One from a family from Texas, this really rich oil baron. This racist Kathy Bakes Inuit from Alaska. Hawaiians, also racist. What else?
Wait, is
what
the
else
depiction
there?
of them racist,
Depiction
or are
of
they
them is
themselves
racist.
No,
racist?
the depiction of them is racist.
Okay, just clarify.
Um,
Still a dope movie.
What else? There's more, and they're bad. I think there's a
And then
French
Bruce
family.
Willis keeps showing up.
And yeah, Bruce Willis keeps showing up in like as like different characters, and he's like, "Hey, you're the same guy." He's like, "No, I'm this different person." And so he's supposed to play some like Guardian Angel type thing, and yeah, it's just like so bad.
And then it's all a dream.
And Roger Ebert wrote a hilarious review where he just talks about like it's just like a silly, inconsequential movie that nobody would remember, but he's like,
I
"This is the
remember.
most the movie is so hateful.
It's a pretty
I
good
hate
movie.
it." And it's
I
just
liked
it's
it.
audience insulting. It's racist.
I thought it was funny.
It's horrible.
So
It's
we
just
know
what were they
that
thinking?
You're fucking with my childhood right now.
Roger
I have it on
Ebert?
VHS. I still
I have
have
it on
it.
VHS too.
I still have it on VHS.
I'm not saying that all opinions are like some are better than others, but some are probably better than others in this instance. I think.
But it's probably worth watching just for like the novelty of like a
I wanna
like
watch
a
them
very
myself.
very
It's
very
pretty-
sad
sounds crazy.
movie.
Hold on, listen. When you said George from Seinfeld and Elaine from Seinfeld,
Yeah,
the actual characters are his parents?
but the actors.
I thought you meant the characters, and I was like, this is insane.
It's a Seinfeld spinoff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a Seinfeld spinoff, and I was like, fuck, that'd be cool.
It's comical. It's funny. If you take away the racism, because I was too young to understand that
Well,
that was racist.
No, it's
depictions.
not funny. There's no like good jokes.
It's kind of funny.
No, there's no good
It's
jokes.
quirky.
It's like
It's not so bah and more.
it's definitely like a children's film, but it's like got no
It's a children's film, straight up.
Comedy.
But it's good.
Okay.
a children's family movie. You know.
Did you hear about Louis C.K's new show?
Yeah, I knew about when
Horace
it
and
came
Pete.
out.
Horace.
Louis, yeah, Louis.
I kept getting his emails, and I had no idea
Oh.
what they were like.
yeah, I
meant.
mean, I was planning on
buy it?
buying it.
Yeah.
I
I
decided
bought
to
his-
wait in case they had like a season thing for cheaper.
Because I bought it, well, like I bought something from like a long time ago, which is like that.
Yeah, I
lady
bought-
that found out she had cancer, and then she had that like stand-up comedy team that's like really good.
Oh,
Do you guys know that at all? It's
Tig thing?
Tig, yes,
The
Tig.
Tig Notaro,
Yeah.
whatever her name is. Yeah, the one thing I bought from his website was his last special
Oh,
at the
yeah.
Comedy Store, and it was really good. He was very crazy and eccentric with his. It was very different from his other
Regular
stand-up,
stuff, yeah.
but it was really good.
I have a question, and I really desperately need it answered. If you
Is it
had to
about
tell the
nose?
difference between Nolan or Parker,
Oh, sideburns.
sideburns?
Yeah, they have
That's the
little
difference?
subtle
Sideburns.
features.
Earrings.
I'd say head shape too.
Earrings,
Nolan's
sideburns.
head is more round.
Earrings. Okay,
Earrings,
good. It was Parker
earrings,
then.
sideburns. Yeah.
Because I was like, is that
They're
Nolan?
talking about twins, by the way.
Yeah.
We're talking about twins right now, and I met one of the twins on White last night, and I had no fucking idea who it was. He
I-
just talked,
yeah.
and he's like very, very.
Would
similar
they have
way of
both like
talking.
approached you and talked to you?
Well, no,
I
the
would
thing is,
think
I don't
Nolan's
think
way more
Nolan
likely.
knows my friends because my friends are like not
Cool.
Nolan's type. So yeah, I think it was Parker.
But why would Parker know you?
Parker's more like.
Parker didn't know me; he knew my friends.
Oh, weird.
Oh.
But I thought he might have known me. Like he like talked to me, and like when he left, he punched my shoulder like playfully.
Nolan.
That's,
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
Nolan.
Nolan, I
Yeah,
think.
But
That
did
was
Nolan
That's
get his ears
so
pierced? Did
Nolan.
Nolan get
Yeah.
his ears pierced?
Yes. That's who has the.
But how does Nolan know my friends? Like that's
Nolan's
weird.
the more like. That's type of one than
So
the
a
other.
little more wild now.
Yeah, a little more wild. Yeah.
He's the wild card.
Yeah, welcome. Parker, it was really weird because Parker goes to U of A, so I always see him around U of A, right? And one day I thought I saw him at U of A, and I was like, "What the fuck's up, Parker?" And I hadn't seen Nolan in like a long time, and Nolan was like, "Nick," I was like, "Nolan," and then he was like, "You thought I was Parker?" I was like, "Fuck, Nolan!"
No,
And
I tried
I was like,
Nolan
I gave him
there.
a hug. I was like, "Dude, I thought you were Parker."
Like,
Why aren't you U of A? It's Nate's school time. Like,
Like last night after like Nolan / Parker left, like after talking to us, he talked to us for maybe 5 minutes, then he walked away. He was like, "Hey, cool, I'm just heading home from work, bye." And then I was like, "Was that Nolan or Parker?" And they're like, "We don't know." Like no one in that group fucking knew. There was like 6 of us, and
That's
no one
kinda
was like.
sad.
They're
Nolan
like, they're
was
like,
so
"I don't
hard.
think Nolan has his ears pierced." I'm like, "I don't think so. I think that was Parker." But we
Yeah.
have no idea.
there's
To this day.
a Famosos on White, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he works there. There was Nolan.
I went to Famosa last night. I was gonna go to Joey, but then they were like, "Yo, all right, you can
Famosa?
wait for
Go to
35
Joey's.
minutes."
I love
was like,
Famosa's.
"No way."
Yo, they built, it's
Joey's
right by
there.
17th Street, it's called Social Club, whatever, Social
Yeah.
Grill.
So yeah.
What's it? It's just got
Central
open.
Social Hall.
Central Social, it's with the recreational center? No, oh wait,
No,
maybe.
no,
Ah,
no,
I
no,
I'm thinking
We
it's
drove past that on the
It's
way.
new.
in the...
It just opened like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
never mind.
It's
We didn't
they
talk
had one
about
that was like West End Twilliger, and dude, it's like awesome.
How would you describe what's
They
special
had like
about it?
really good sushi there, but it's like a Western style. It's like Earl's. Earl's owns them. I hate Earl's so much.
Why?
But I've had the
Why?
worst experience.
Why?
It's kind of a normal
The
place.
three-
I
no, no, but
suppose.
the
Yeah,
three
it's
times
like
I've
it's
been there,
very
Earl's-
like
I don't
it's
think I've
exactly
been on the
like
road.
so many other restaurants in my mind.
Yeah.
Like I think
They all-
basically like Earl's, the Keg, Milestones.
Moxie's.
I'd say
Moxie's,
the cake
they
stands
all
out more
seem
than
like
Earl's.
so similar.
Yeah, except
to
of
me.
all of those, Earl's is probably the worst. Like to go and sit down and take like
Are you
45
serious?
minutes.
Earl's
to
does
Dude,
get
I
take
hate
a while,
Earl's.
yeah.
I hate
I
Earl's.
love Earl's.
I can tell my stories
I'd
about
probably go
Earl's.
to
I also know
anywhere
people that work
I
there.
prefer Moxie's, but I like Earl's too.
Yeah.
I always go to Moxie's.
seem indistinguishable,
I don't
right?
like Earl's. Well, the thing is, Earl's and Moxie's same company. I just go to Moxie's because I don't know what it is, same company, but they still manage to have more attractive waitresses at Moxie's.
You know what? Famoso's dope shit.
Famosos is amazing.
Like
Famoso's
yeah,
is awesome.
I like sweet
Did I
barbecue
tell you
chicken
what the
pizza
te-
last night.
Yeah,
It
of
is,
course
it's
it's
pretty
barbecue chicken
awesome.
pizza.
Oh, you had that?
Yeah,
That's what
last night.
Sister Share Pizza.
It was
Good
dope.
pizza. But did I
I
tell you
go
about
with
the, did I tell you the story where they gave me all the?
because like not filled barbecue sauce.
Gave you all the.
Dude, I think it's.
I
pretty
was just
good.
feeling barbecue sauce,
I
and
feel
normally I
it's
wouldn't
okay,
get
it's
it. But
It's good, dude. Have you tried it?
Yes.
and then I
Oh.
reheated
I
it
don't
in
like
the frying
barbecue
pan
pizza.
this
Barbecue
morning.
sauce
Oh.
pizza is like it's a very
Wait,
white
done
thing.
what now?
It's a very white thing.
Oh, I told you guys about the story where they gave me all the ice cream.
No,
No.
dude, you didn't tell us a story where someone gave you all the ice
I'm
cream.
not, dude. Okay, I went there with my sisters, and it was one of their birthdays. And what's the ice cream that they have called?
Gelato.
Gelato.
It's not
So,
ice cream. It's gelato.
Gelato. It's gelato. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
whatever.
it's
Similar.
gelato. Different
Yeah,
things.
no,
I just
they're
can't remember the
different
name.
things.
Gelato.
How?
Wonderful.
You got-
Love
how they're
gelato. Okay. So
How?
my sister's like.
Sorry,
I have to think
Go
about
on.
it.
how are gelato and ice cream different? What is the difference?
Gelato's made with a different kind of milk.
What kind of milk? Like skim milk? Chocolate milk?
It's supposed to be like
Soy milk?
Those are all milks.
There's
Almond milk.
I think it's maybe like half and half versus 3.25. Maybe. I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know. Let's
I'm
hear the
not
story.
convinced.
Okay.
Gelato's like better for you
because
it's made
I
out
don't
of
know
less
because I don't know the
fat
difference.
content.
Look it up as I'm telling the story.
Okay,
I'll
anyway.
do
it's
it.
very-
Okay,
With a
so-
lower fat content milk.
we're at Famoso's, my sister's birthday. She's like, hey, can I have like the mango gelato? I had it here last time, whatever, right? And they're like, we're out of it. And they're like, oh, so we actually discontinue it. And the waiter like leaves, and then he comes back like 10 minutes later. He's like, so I have a proposition for you guys. We're like, what's up? He's like, we discontinued it, so we can't sell it anymore, but we have a whole tub in the back. Do you guys like want it? And we're like, do you have to pay for it? And he's like, no, you guys can take it. You guys are nice. And we're like, what? And dude, this fucking thing, we had to put it in deep freeze because it's this fucking big. And it was like wide like this.
Ice cream party?
No, we've already eaten it all. It was gone like 2 weeks. Except like 3 years ago. No, but yeah, it was amazing. So I can never not recommend Mimosas. I was like, that was the best. These came out to us like, so we can't give you the mango, but we can give you the mango. And we're like, damn, it was so awesome. It was wonderful.
So wait, do you want to take a stab at what's the difference between gelato and ice
Okay,
cream?
maybe like I feel like it is like a difference between like the base ingredient, like it's cream for ice cream, but for gelato it's like
Milk.
some sort of. I feel like no, not
It's like closer to sorbet than ice cream is.
Gelato is churned at a much slower rate, so it's a lot denser, and it's also served slightly
good.
warmer.
Oh, that sounds
the only
good. I don't think I've
difference.
ever
It
had
has less
gelato.
fat in it also.
Yeah,
That's
I knew it.
smell content. Yeah.
Wait, it's denser yet it has less fat.
Yeah, because
Wow.
it's
Slower.
business.
It's like
That's cool.
butter.
I like gelato a lot better.
Never had it, but I should.
I like ice cream. Ice cream's dope.
Yeah,
It's
it's
all
sure
the same.
yeah,
It's
man.
frozen sugar.
Most ice cream at the grocery store, I don't know if you notice, if you look at it closely, it all says frozen dessert because it doesn't
Yeah, 'cause
technically
it's not
qualify
ice
as
cream.
ice cream.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
I
enough,
mean,
like,
some of
cream
them do,
content.
like Haagen-Dazs or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went to a TNT recently with my girlfriend because she's Asian, so I want to take her to TNT all the
You
time.
said that already.
So I
but
don't feel
okay.
no,
You just really watch people.
It's like
go
the
out.
reason why is because I hate feeling culturally appropriating like at TNT, like because I'm like the only person there who's like not white.
Wait, what's
I don't
TNT?
think they care.
Or who is
It's the
who's
Asian
like not
supermarket.
Asian. That's what I meant. Not white.
They have one at West Ed, and then they have one.
Where the old
Future
Future Shop
used to
one.
be.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
kind
Future
of
Shop.
It's dope, and I always feel really self-conscious when I'm in there. But when I bring
I
her, I
don't
feel
live
dope.
near you
Yeah,
guys.
But she
Well,
bought
it's
these
weird
things
candies and
called
stuff.
ice. They were cheesecake ice bars. And I'm like, that
That sounds
sounds
good.
absolutely disgusting. Because
That's awesome. They have
it
a
says
lot of.
ice bar. Who
It's
wants a
always
cheesecake
ice bar
flavored
there. I
ice
had
Yeah,
the
yeah.
melon
They
ice
do that.
bar
And, like,
It-
mochi
it's, right,
ice
it's weird.
bar.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
weird
like
because they
ice
don't want to
cream.
put real ingredients in anything.
Yeah, and it's
Nobody
like,
does.
but they're like really
The
dope
Chinese-
because they're not like
Well,
shitty
no.
popsicles that you like have to suck on and then maybe chew when it thaws a little. It's
Yeah.
like straight out of the box, it's fucking chewy and amazing and like good and like not shitty.
I had a melon one. It was gross because it tasted like the green
thought the
part of a
melon ones were
melon.
pretty
It's
good.
just like not.
Does it
yummy.
call like melanoma or something?
No, it's not called
called
Melona.
Are they called,
That
like,
is a
Melona?
disease.
Yo, I have a quick
Yeah,
question.
Melona. I remember I had those.
Calvin, were you working last Wednesday at your Starbucks? Just think about it. Just think. Did you close? Did you close?
I might have.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Did a lady
Yeah,
come in
man.
asking for
No,
sugar-free
man.
vanilla, like the syrup
I
bottles?
don't want anybody
I think
touching
so.
my goop.
Okay.
happened?
I was checking if she lied or not.
It's
We had a
not
lady
really
come through our
fair.
drive-through, and she was like, "You guys got sugar-free vanilla bottles to sell?" And I was like, "Probably, yeah. Come to the window." And we go check, and I was like, "Shit, we only have one left." So, by the way, we can sell our syrup at Starbucks, right? But the thing is, we don't sell it when we like,
Only have one left.
Yeah.
because you
right?
need
Because we need it to make the sugar-free drink.
Yeah, yeah.
So she comes to the window, and she's like, first she's nice. She's like, "Yeah, sugar-free vanilla." And I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry to have to tell you that we can't actually sell you our last one because we need it if anyone wants to fucking order sugar-free vanilla." And she was like, "How dare you? Do you guys do your fucking order correctly? Like, what's up with all this kind of shit?" And I was like, she's like, "I've been to 3 other locations today, all this kind of stuff to get sugar-free vanilla syrup. What's up with that?" And I was like, "Okay, which locations have you been to?" And she was like, "Southgate, South Common, and then like 17th Street." I went, so I was just asking if she actually went there. I don't know if she did.
Probably. I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
she lost her mind, and then I was like, you know what? So there's the closest Starbucks here is Southbrook, so I'm gonna call them, and if they have it, you can go there. And she's like, "What do you mean Southbrook? What do you like that kind of thing?" I was like, "It's literally 3 minutes away." I call them, and then they were like, "Yeah, we got it." And then I hung up, and then I was like, "Get your devil ass out of here!"
Yeah, holy
Fucking
shit.
Southbrook. I hate people, man. I hate
Yeah.
fucking. Don't yell at
Yeah,
retail.
rude.
Don't yell at
Yeah,
retail
rude.
people.
Yeah.
Yell
Yeah.
at retail people.
Yeah.
You should yell at
Yeah.
retail people. They deserve it.
Hey,
honestly. I fucking hate retail
Dude, Maddie's had
people.
like 3 bad opinions in a row.
I hate retail people. They're all assholes.
Oh, dude, I'm
It's
retail.
his daily trifecta.
You're retail.
Yeah.
You're
No,
not
that's
retail.
nothing.
You were retail.
No,
You
like,
were
don't,
retail.
not, sorry, I was talking about retail customers because I have both. I have commercial and retail customers.
Oh.
I thought you were talking about that. Like you were like,
Oh.
don't yell at the customers. Like yell at the customers.
Oh,
Fuck them.
I thought you
hate
meant
them
yell
all.
at the employees. I was like,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, don't yell at anyone, really.
Yell at
but-
everyone.
Well,
No, the customers deserve it.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Customer
I have
service
something
straight
exciting
up.
to talk about.
Go.
So this week, so there is a Donair store near our high school called High Voltage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've
nice.
never been there.
It's so good.
still,
Did it only open
Greek.
up,
but
like,
it's
after
famous
something?
for having like really
The donairs are
unusually
really
good
good.
donairs,
It's
and they
Greek, yeah.
they like panini press them too.
Gyros.
Yeah.
Gyros.
I've been there a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. So
Sounds good.
I
I thought a
apparently
gyro is like a sub.
I was doing
No,
some
it's
research.
Like a syrup? Is
Yeah,
it
I thought it was like
hero?
more like a sandwich.
No,
Yeah.
gyros. It's the donair. We call them donairs, but they
Anyway.
originated from
Oh,
like
yeah,
Greek. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I was doing a bit of research on High Voltage because I was like, I feel like a Donair and I want to go there. But like, I was looking up Yelp reviews and stuff, and so apparently this place is renowned for having an owner who's like really weird and aggressive to people. And someone had a story. Someone actually posted a story on Reddit that was like, okay, I went in there and there was like what seemed like a relatively new employee there, kind of having some trouble with like the ordering system, whatever, or not putting in numbers correctly. And then the owner was like behind her, like yelling at her and berating her. And the customer was like, oh no, it's okay if she's making a mistake. And he's like, no, it's not okay. Then he started yelling at the customer. Then the customer was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave. And then the guy yelled at him, and he was like, go take your business elsewhere and stuff. And so like there's like tons of stories about this guy like being mean to customers.
Is he
and really
gray-haired?
aggressive. People call him the Donair Nazi. Like he's literally known as the Donair Nazi, like the super
I've
Nazi
never
from
had a bad
Seinfeld.
experience there. He's been there like at least over 20 times.
So you're saying
But
we
it's,
should go there?
but it's
and
funny.
fuck
It's
with him?
really interesting because like people are like, yeah, man, that guy is such a jerk, but he makes really good donair,
Yeah.
so I keep going
So
there.
it's like the donair, yeah.
Because like yeah,
Like
people
a
like yeah,
Nazi
I go in there, I tell them my order, I get it, I leave. I'm economical about my time that I spend there because I don't want to interact in any
But
other
he's got a wardrobe
non-business way.
downstairs with like all of his recipes.
Oh, yeah, like
for-
yeah, the armoire.
Armoire, yeah.
I just thought it was interesting.
It is interesting.
There's a character, a TV character in real life, except with donairs.
Character.
He's going to. I guess
Probably
donairs are
podcast
more like
time?
Edmonton nice thing.
I like donairs when they actually like have like lettuce and tomato and stuff that you can put in.
I
Some
like
places,
having some
like,
lettuce. I only like
Omaha
having like a
sucks.
little bit of that shredded lettuce because it's like too much of it kind of like detracts from other things. I like having the crunch, but it's not a flavor. So
I think donairs are a little overrated.
And they're not always my go-to, but
Edmonton's,
some days
like,
it's nice.
The only
Yeah.
There's
city
a little bit too
that
much
I
meat sometimes.
well, I'm like I don't know a lot of cities, but it's the only city that I consistently know of is about everyone having a favorite donair place. Like everyone here has. A
Well, the thing
favorite
is,
donair.
we stole it from out east. All like
Yeah,
the
the
Newfoundland.
East Coast
Oh,
They
yeah.
fucking. I had a
Yeah,
Newfie
sure.
guy. You know Quassa?
Yep.
Quassa guy. It does health
Quassa?
service. That they just do like. I talked to this Quassa guy because I was like, I'm gonna try to just talk to him and to get us better grades.
I'm just impressed his name is Quassa.
No, oh no. So Quassa's
No,
like this
quality
place.
assurance
Quality
and-
assurance is like health
Ah.
standards.
I
And so
Yeah,
His
I
name
was
actually is Quassa.
probably
though, at the
is.
same
Yeah.
time.
So
That's how he got the
Newfie
job.
Quassa, yeah. Quassa. No. So I just tried to talk to him, being like,
Big
don't
Quassa
notice
is
all these
super
horrible
awesome.
things. Let's talk about donairs. So he was telling me like out east, it's like amazing. Supposedly.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, well, Jaden's
I'm
from
sure.
East,
Oh,
so,
yeah, he
so-
would know. Yeah, it's like.
He tells me all the time. He
Well, that-
fucking
I'm
talks
just-
shit about
Edmonton
donairs
donairs.
all the time. He's like, fuck this.
I'm sure it can't be like that big of a difference.
I will say-
I mean, I will believe
Pizza
it's
in-
so
in the
simple.
States,
Meat
it's just like, ugh.
You don't
Only
realize
the East can make good
Yeah,
pizza. And
New
it's
York,
like, what
New
the
York
fuck?
pizza is honestly like the best.
meat.
Oh yeah, I
like
would love
meat,
to try New York
meat.
pizza.
We
It's so
take it for
good.
granted in Alberta. Like we take like
Oh no, Alberta meat is amazing.
amazing. I like people that come here must eat our fucking like steak sub at Subway and be like, what the fuck is this? Like this is amazing. I went to like if you go to London, if you go to Europe or anything, have any meat,
Not
like
nearly
steak,
as good.
beef, it's horrible. Like
They
you
also
notice it.
they like hella cooking
They
things.
they
too.
have it's like not you can't get like medium rare.
Really?
It's like
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
like you
I
don't
mean, I don't
yeah.
go anywhere, so I
Exactly.
don't realize I
You
take it
go
for granted.
if you go anywhere, order something that's like beef or something, and you're like, what the
Just
fuck?
to realize.
Yeah, just
And
to realize,
I go to
yeah.
Montana a lot, and Montana food is honestly equal because they probably get a lot of their
Yeah,
meat from here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean anywhere in close
In
proximity.
high school, we went to Hawaii, obviously, and their like meat there was like their beef was very very bad. But I mean, they have to like fly it in and stuff, I guess. So
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It probably
But
got
then we
sick
went
on the
to
plane and,
to
like,
London
then,
also, and
like,
it was
you
just
know,
like
sick
ugh,
cows
like
aren't good.
fish is really good there,
It's
obviously,
so
because
good.
it's like hella
Dairy,
fresh.
cheese,
but
like,
like
the
But
good
fish
stuff.
here sucks.
Everything's
Like
like
that's the
sucks.
thing.
Fish
Fish
sucks.
here
Fish
sucks.
sucks
the
everywhere.
trade-off.
So
Fish in
Ah,
Vancouver is
fish pretty
amazing.
good.
Except unless it's at like a
No,
street
no,
stand
you
in
can get
Europe.
like
Yeah.
fresh salmon that's like really good though.
Like sushi
I
tastes
used to not like salmon, then I got like
Like
fresh
fish in
salmon for making sushi
Vancouver,
and stuff.
fish in Seattle.
And
It's
it was
all
like
great shit.
yum.
Yeah.
Fish here is
Do
garbage.
you actually make your own sushi though? Because then that kind of required like the sticky
Dude.
rice.
Yeah,
You
I
can make
made
sticky
I made
rice.
sushi
It's easy to make
myself
sticky rice.
once, and it took way too long. And I like a weekend ago, I made empanadas, and it took literally all day to make like 11 empanadas. Never
Oh,
again.
actually,
Ah, they were really good,
bet
but it
they
took
were good.
all day. And the same with the sushi; it took like at least like 3 or 4 hours to actually get it prepared.
Yeah.
Because well, it's something I'd never done before too.
You
Yeah.
should make your own mozzarella sticks because you have a deep fryer, don't you?
Yeah.
That'd be real good.
Yeah, I guess you do.
I was barfing.
Turn off the
What
podcast.
kind of cheese would you like? Cheese strings?
Mozzarella.
Just
Oh,
plain
you
old
should make a
mozzarella?
bunch of mystery cheese sticks with all sorts of crazy cheeses in the cheese stick, and then
I
be
don't
able to
know.
like,
Zola.
Oh,
like each grab one. It's like, what did I get?
That's a really good idea, actually.
Well, I
That's a
mean,
good
it
idea.
is easy to
Why
make, like
poop? Why
really good
Jesus.
cheese.
Why?
Jesus.
Why, Alex? Why do you have to
the
poop?
grossest cheese I can think of?
It's not a cheese. It's poop.
Or just get like a
Never
one of
put
the,
cheese.
the
No, it
flappy
doesn't exist.
cheese slices. The, American cheese.
Crab stiggles. Just cover into the batter and just toss it in. Oh my god, it's disgusting.
That's happened before.
Oh, I wonder
probably.
which the slices
So,
should
like,
be.
when I'm
Oh,
deep
yeah.
frying food, all I really like to make is like I've made fried chicken a few times and it's always like turned out really well. But
That
usually I
sounds
just
good.
make like fries, French fries.
Yeah.
I make amazing French fries in the deep fryer, better than anywhere else. So good, except for maybe Urban
Yeah,
Diner.
yeah,
I've had better
first.
fries at Urban Diner, but
Could
they've got really good
could
seasoning for
could we
it.
do like
Could you bring some fries?
wacky deep frying stuff? Like how many deep fryers?
Like
There's
my
a cucumber.
hand.
Remember at Carly's when we got to deep fry a bunch of shit?
Wasn't that just a pot?
Never mind, that was,
fondue?
Fondue pot thing, but it was like oil. Like,
Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's how fondue
Fondue.
yeah.
is.
But isn't that kind of
But
like...
you can have fondue that's
It's kinda
oil
like
that
deep
cooks.
Well, I
fried.
mean, in concept,
You
I
can have
suppose
cheese
it's hot oil.
Yeah, 'cause
and
we would bread
like
it.
chocolate fondue and
That's
stuff.
true.
But
We can do weird stuff.
I've been recently cooking a lot of ramen.
Ooh,
Wow.
exotic.
Wow.
No, I've been like the thing is I've been trying like different.
Did
It's
you try
weird. I got
eggs?
really eggs.
Eggs and
is
shredded
great.
carrots, I think. Would be
I don't
good.
is
really
that
do
actually
shredded
good?
carrots.
I've heard that.
Eggs
Like
is
a
so
hard-boiled
good.
egg.
Good.
No, yeah, I've had
Eggs,
eggs.
Oh, no, I thought it
spinach,
was like sunny side
peas,
up.
green
Yeah, I've
beans.
seen
No,
that
no,
too.
it's like
Yeah.
Beef that I've been cooking beef and chicken and throwing it in there as well.
Yeah,
And,
dude,
like,
trying random shit in ramen is like it makes like a world of
I've been
difference.
trying different
Like,
ways of cooking.
like,
it,
if you
in the
eat
pot.
plain
I tried
ramen-
microwave, tried all that shit. Man, honestly, in the pot's
You
way
don't want
better.
ramen right
yeah, if you eat
fucking
plain
now,
ramen,
shit.
it's like whatever. This is basic, like cheap. What?
Well,
Like,
I've been,
college
I've been
student
buying
type
like
food.
I've been buying
You
like
add like two
$2
things
a
in it.
package.
Add like
ramen,
Yeah.
chives
the
and
shit
an
and
egg,
black shit. It's so good.
Yeah.
and it's all of a sudden like 10 times as fancy. And you put in some chicken, you're like, damn, this is like a meal. I'm eating this all day,
I had
every
stale
day.
ramen for the first time the other day.
And
Dude,
it's
I
probably
would
good.
eat stale ramen.
I was chilling with someone, and then she was like, "Yo, how about we try this ramen?" And it was this brand that I never tried before. And then she's like, "Okay, just boil some water and put it in." Like,
Oh,
It's been all the ramen
shit,
that you've
never
been
mind,
posting.
I-
You're posting a lot of ramen on Facebook.
Yeah,
I just remember.
I have another photo of some tomato sauce that I'm gonna post later.
Yo, put rum in ramen.
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 But and she made this like, really weird ramen, and I got the stale one, and I was like, "Oh, this is so," because I didn't want to be like rude. I was like, "This is kind of tasty. I like this. I'm like, I like mine better, but this is interesting." And then she was like, "Yeah, it's so good." I was like, "It tastes kind of like stale." And then she was like, "No." She pulled it over. She had some. She's like, "Oh my god, that's stale." And, like, how do you get stale ramen?
That's
How does
weird.
that happen? This never happened to me
I feel
before.
like Apocalypse, you'd have just a bunch of ramen things, and then like they wouldn't go stale.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah,
I
unless you
eat
maybe
so
opened
much
it.
ramen.
Maybe it was open already.
Yeah, I guess they're probably like
Yeah.
a little
Airtight.
tiny
Yeah.
bowl.
Here's a question for you: have you ever had cream of chicken soup?
Yeah.
I don't
Is
think I've
it
had
good?
cream of chicken.
It's good.
But
It
it sounds
is
good.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I thought
more
it
of like a
sounded
mix
decent
in of-
because
I fucking hate
I have to
clam
have
chowder.
my face
Fuck
broken
you.
and wired shut
Like
for
straight
2
up, fuck
months.
you.
When?
So,
Yeah,
like,
clam
during
chowder?
I hate
summer,
you right now.
sometimes.
Yeah, it's so
I'm on
good.
the list, so it's just like they're gonna
A
phone
lot of
and be
people like
like,
clam
Did
chowder.
you already
I've
have
had
it
it before.
once before?
It's so good. You have to have good
no, I
clam
had a
chowder.
bone.
I've had
graft.
good clam
Yeah,
chowder.
not with the wiring.
Clam chowder,
The bone
like
graft
Five
didn't
Knuckles
take
really
long for you to
dope.
recover
Clam
from
chowder
it.
from Old Spaghetti Factory is really dope.
Oh, I
Clam
haven't
chowder-
had like a restaurant.
Oh,
I've only had like
do a
canned
restaurant.
flat clam chowder.
Canned clam chowder is like man.
Because I love
It's not
clam.
great.
I love clam, and I was like, I'm gonna get some clam chowder.
Dude, we should go to Chianti's and get like the past. I love.
Oh,
I do.
Chianti's-
I've had that.
oh,
I
Chianti's-
First time
No, no,
I
they
went,
have
they had
oysters.
nice
They have
things.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the oysters.
Fettuccine
It was
Supreme
like
was
good
my
shit.
favorite.
That's
So
the best
good.
place you can get there.
Oh man.
That's
Last
like-
time I went
which
there, their
one?
noodles were like
It's
It's
not
like
homemade.
oyster.
It was gross.
You could
What?
add like shrimp
Well, they
to
didn't
it,
seem like
but-
it.
One conversation.
Yeah, no. First time I went to Chianti's, it was like, oh, wow, these noodles are so thick and cool and yummy. Order the same thing next time, totally different noodle.
Yeah,
And
they
there was,
switched noodles for a couple weeks there, and I hated it.
yeah,
and
and it
then-
was
and
like
now they're
this
back to the regular
tasted
noodles.
like yeah, it was like this isn't even like
Yeah,
even
it
wasn't
wasn't
even
good.
made with love.
I know. I went in. I was playing a show at Filthy McNasty's, and I went over to Chianti's before my show so I could maybe have some pasta, and it was not good. It was like that shitty like box fettuccine, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And they were like, "Yeah, we switched our noodles for a little bit because we ran out of." I'm like,
But
ran out of
their whole
soul.
thing
Ran
is
out
that
of
they
love.
make
Ran
their
out
own
of food.
noodles.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you go there on a Monday
Effort.
and Tuesday, it's like half price.
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
pasta.
It's $9.99.
It's like
Let's go get some
Pasta
noodles.
frenzy.
it's good shit, man.
It's
And they have like the best bruschetta I've ever
Oh, the
had.
bruschetta is so good.
Okay.
But
Sorry, deep fried zucchini
One
is
last
awesome.
thing. The reason I asked about cream of chicken is because I have to
Yeah, the
mouth wired shut, so I can't eat anything for 2 months. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other things that don't require you to.
what are you gonna get?
to
Prank
chew.
ideas? Prank ideas to
We
prank
should
Alex?
record a rap album.
With my
Well-
mouth not being able to talk.
Kanye West did it, and that was the reason he's famous. And
Really?
the album's called Mouth Wired Shut or whatever. That's like before. That's before graduation, all that kind of shit. He does.
Before
Kanye
college
West had
dropout?
he got in a car accident, had his mouth wired shut, rapped a whole fucking album through his mouth wired.
No way.
Where-
You don't know about this shit? Go look up. Like, he always references the lyrics.
Yeah.
You could, yeah, you know, yeah, he does. He did that shit. That's
I don't know
that's
enough
the main
about
reason that he
Kanye
got
at
like.
this point.
Yeah, no, that was the beginning of Kanye's career. That was like his big album. That was he started off.
That's
He
really
was
cool.
a
So
rap
sick,
an album. That's so sick. You're getting your mouth. That's not sick, but it's rap.
But if you have ideas for
But it's
food
rap,
that don't,
so
it's rap,
you don't need to eat.
Yeah, good
you don't
soup.
need to chew. Tell me them.
Try all kinds of soup.
Jello.
Like
Go
go
with that,
to
but
a store with
there
like
are lots of soups, but it's
Cream
just
of
like
broccoli
cream
is really good
corn,
when you
like
get
there's
from
soup
store.
mixes too. Like like there's lots of
Chicken,
soup mixes you can get. You can
tomato.
How are you going to be ingesting this food?
I don't fucking know.
Enema.
Straw?
So it can't be like
Like
stuff with chunks
do
in
they
it, though.
bore a hole into your
Are
cheek?
you
and go,
constantly gonna be like this, basically?
I think so, yeah.
So you can eat soup, but not the chunks in it, because you can filter soup through your teeth, but you can't get chunks.
yeah,
through
I
there.
can't.
That's
you
just so
can't chew
painful. Like you
anything.
can't
Yeah.
have hot soup because it's gonna like fucking fuck
Well,
with
you
your
let
teeth.
it cool down.
Yeah, it's not. It's okay.
You put milk in it.
Because
Put
before
milk
what
in
they
your
said
soup,
was
mix
like,
it up.
don't worry, you won't have to have it.
I don't know why.
You won't have to have your mouth
I just wanna
wired
feel like
shut.
what it's like.
And so technically it's not wired shut, it's just that there's like hella elastics that hold your mouth together.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Why don't you just
move it
fucking
around.
break the elastics and say fuck dental health?
Yeah,
My
then, okay.
jaw
What
would
happens if
literally
you
be
don't?
broken?
What happens if you don't get it done?
What do you mean if I don't get it done?
If you don't get the whole surgery done?
I just look like this.
Offset.
And
But your smile is like the cutest thing you got. Are you kidding me?
Well,
Why would you not want to?
It's
It's
not
gonna get
fixing
even
It's one of
cuter.
those stories.
Science
literally,
will make it
Listen,
sugar.
it's fixing-
that your
it's
true
fixing
true beauty came.
Yeah,
from
well,
fixing
literally,
the-
everyone's like, "Man, Alex
the
Dussarau is so
rotation,
cute."
the rotation
It's
of my jaw because it's wrong. If you look at me from the
If
side,
that's
it's
wrong,
Like,
I don't want to be
I don't
right.
notice. I honestly,
I'm in the
Alex,
direction
whenever I look at you, I have never noticed it. Like in terms of
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't.
I can't even notice it when I look.
I
well,
think
yeah, because you look
this is a
straight on and you look
conspiracy.
sideways, and it's like it's like more pronounced on the bottom rather than
Yeah,
the
I'm-
top.
The orthodontists are just trying to take your insurance money here.
Yeah,
They're-
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're getting cucked by the
No,
orthodontist.
yeah.
They're gonna
No.
cuck you right in front of you, and you can't even say anything. You're like,
They're gonna inject you, knock you out, cuck you right in the face, and
Cuck you,
I've
bro.
And you're
read,
gonna be like
like-
this for 2 months. It's not gonna be super
I've,
good.
I haven't looked anything up because I don't want to know like anything about like we're gonna smash your face and it'll be shitty. But I've seen people say like it's only really bad and painful for like 2 or 3 days after the surgery, and then the most irritating thing is not being able to eat anything for 8 months or
just
8
get a
weeks.
heavy duty.
Just do a lot
My
of
sister just
cocaine.
got her tonsils taken out like 2 days ago. She's like a miserable little shit. Like she's so like she can't be happy at all. Like she's so miserable. But it's like I understand it. Like I looked in there. It looks so gross because they literally like burn your tonsils out.
yeah.
They take
Wait,
like
what?
they take
I
like a
thought they
little
just-
electric.
I
No,
I
they
have
take a
huge tonsils.
no, they take an electrical torch that like sparks
Like a
and
soldering
burns
gun.
like literally yeah because it cauterizes.
Because they don't want
as
you to
it
like
cuts.
choke on the blood or whatever.
Yeah, so it cauterizes
Oh,
as
yeah.
it cuts off, but it looks so gross.
Dude, yeah,
Oh.
I throughout my whole like being young and that kind of shit, I always had it. Should I get it right now? It's weird. It's usually get it younger.
With
Tonsillitis.
Well, I think it's when
Tonsils
something goes
usually-
wrong with them, right?
Did she get
So-
it parentally before tonsillitis, or like did it already happen?
Well, I don't think she has tonsillitis. She just like
Oh, usually.
kept getting sick, and they're like, "Yeah, your tonsils don't really work that well."
Oh, okay, yeah, because mine, I have fucking huge tonsils, and I've never
Yeah.
had
Well,
to get.
look
I do
at
now
you.
too.
Yeah.
Like,
Big balls in your throat.
Do you, and you
Big
talked about
one.
tonsil stones because I get
I don't get any tonsil
stones.
stones though.
You don't
I
get
just
them
have
anymore,
huge
Fuck,
but you
tonsil
did
stone.
before,
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah, I did. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like
I
it's
get
just
that.
You guys know
abscess
tonsil
that
stones?
I get
gets
them
in
all
it,
the
and it,
time.
like,
they
is
are the worst
painful and,
smelling.
They're not
smells really
painful.
They're smelling.
At least they haven't been in
Yeah.
my experience.
No, I know they're not painful, but they're the least like they smell horrible.
Horrible.
So let's say a
'cause, like,
tonsil stone
you
falls
can
out.
actually like bite them accidentally.
Let's say you're eating something and then a tonsil stone falls out and then like gets in your food and you start chewing it and you go like, "What's up, Alec?" You would start barfing. Like it's like it's
Because
bad.
tonsil stones, because your tonsils are part of your immune system, so they actually like filter out bacteria that comes into your body. So what happens is eventually, like after consuming calcium and bacteria, you get them building up. Calcified bacteria builds up into these like little chunks. They're not like hard like kidney stones would be. At least they don't. Well, like I guess they
They're
could
chewable.
eventually get like that, but they're soft. They're like mushy. They're like the consistency of like oatmeal or something.
It's disgusting.
But,
I don't
like,
wanna talk about
But
that.
I can like
Seven.
and like I've like gone and like tried to like get my
them out.
tonsil stones out because if you go with like a toothpick and you like bend your tonsils in.
Honestly,
Like,
check if
oh,
you have
I
tonsil
wanna
stones.
talk about this.
Check if you
Yeah.
have tonsil stones.
Tonsil stones,
Check it.
Tonsil stones, they like kind of squeeze out, and I've like I poked
They're
a
like
hole,
pimples.
dude. I poked a hole in my tonsil trying to get stuff out, and now I have a hole in my tonsil where tonsil stones poke out.
Actually,
You
yeah,
fool.
I made a hole in my tonsil
no, it's
poking it.
Dude, there's some fucked up.
How do you not
Yeah.
barf going to with a toothpick?
Well, I mean, it's something you get better at not doing. I mean, you just don't hit your uvula, man.
Well, you also like I've heard if you
Yeah, I've heard that too.
if you do
My
something
boyfriend
so
always
like
tells me to do
so
that.
like if you clench your thumb or like you focus on doing something
Yeah,
else,
yeah.
you don't get a gag reflex.
I guess.
So it's like when you get the shitty mold stuff for the orthodontist, it's just like, all right, start spinning your toes because it's like the grossest, like goopy, shitty
Oh, yeah, I had a mold-
stuff. To
Oh
get
yeah,
removed.
yeah. I almost puked and like
Ugh.
literally like beat up the,
It's so
the dental
gross.
assistant who was
I
like,
had
well, I
to
didn't beat
do
her, but I was like freaking out.
I had to
But
do
I
it.
was
The
The worst,
patient.
the worst thing about it is because it's like, all right, if you breathe like through your mouth while you're doing it, you're gonna start gagging.
Yeah.
But that'll make you breathe through your mouth more because you're gagging, and it just like
Yeah.
compounds on
Yeah,
itself.
exactly.
And it's so hard. Like once you start going like, to like train yourself to
You
like
can't.
breathe
You
through your
can't.
nose
You're
again.
fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, the most painful
Awful.
experience dude. I had like a root canal like a couple years ago. I think I was telling you know about this, but they fucked up my root canal and they drilled like way too far out.
Oh yeah.
So it's in my sinus, like that kind of shit. So I can get like infections and stuff. So we always had to do checkups. At one of these checkups, they had to like drill and do all this shit, but the numbing of it wasn't fucking like numbing the nerves in the area. It was the most painful. Like it was an hour and a half, and it was like before lectures, and it was like the most painful fucking time of my life because it was like someone like just hitting 127 hours against the guy's nerve.
Yeah.
It was like that. Like I've had like appendicitis and that kind of stuff. Like the days after appendicitis suck. Like just pain injury wise, and just appendicitis. It was 100 times worse than that. Fucking the nerves in your mouth. So when I see like a fighter get like punched out with like a tooth, like just like
Dude, I have this weird nervous thing too.
sucks.
Sometimes when I rub my eyes, like my teeth go like they get like tingle. Like this tooth like goes, eh.
Have you had a root canal?
No.
Okay.
But I just have like a weird nerve connection like right here.
yeah.
My teeth.
Every time.
Sometimes I figure my bum, I come a bit.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Actually, recently I had like similar to a tonsil stone, which is very weird. I had a hard time sitting for the last maybe month. It was a very,
Hold on.
Every time I sat down, it was just like really,
Similar
really
to
difficult to
tonsil
find a
stone.
comfortable spot. Like always, like it was.
That happens to me like
Yeah.
half of the time I try to sit.
Yeah.
I've
Go
got
on.
bony butt. Bony butt.
But then I was like, one night I was sitting there, and I was playing video games, and I was like, fuck, okay, I'm just gonna go look at my ass. Cause like you never don't look at your ass. When do you
Yeah.
ever look at your ass?
Yeah.
So I went up to the bathroom and I looked, and there was just this giant red sore. I was like, what is this? So I like pull out my pants more, and I sit on the counter, just get a better look at it. I put a little bit of pressure on it, and it fucking explodes all over my sink.
Oh, he's a big zit.
It was a big. It exploded.
Oh.
It exploded. Blood, pus. Like it was gross.
God, yeah,
I
that's
used
something.
toilet paper. It seriously looked like I killed someone.
It might have been a
was brutal.
cyst, not a cyst.
It was like a nosebleed coming out of my ass. It was insane.
A boil maybe or something like that.
Maybe.
That's fucked. That
It was
sucks.
gross.
And that would
That
be
must
like a
have
really
rattled.
sensitive
But now I'm sitting
spot to
much
get your
better.
zit.
Sitting is nice now.
That's why I like getting back because it's like it gets pretty sensitive too on
Yeah,
there.
back
But like your
hurts
butt
a
would be
lot.
sensitive too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I thought when it's like you get like zits and stuff around other places, I thought that's usually like just an ingrown hair or some shit.
I get that a lot
Yeah,
with
Some
legs,
people were
'cause I have
saying
hairy
about
ass
my-
legs.
Yeah, I've talked to a
yeah,
lot of
whenever I shave my
professionals
legs,
about
it's ingrown hairs.
Whenever I shaved your legs. Oh yeah, so that's the podcast.
That's
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
what?
cool.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking about-
Sometimes
we're
I have a
talking
boil
about
on my
probably
ass.
2 hours.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Tonsil stones. Try getting them out in your
Ass
tonsils.
pimples. Watch out for those.
Search up tonsil stone videos.
And if you have
Bye.
Mine aren't nearly as gross as like the videos on YouTube. They're like tiny. Sometimes I cough them up accidentally.
Go turn off the podcast.
Let's turn on the podcast.
Gross.